Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Senstaku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Angie Tonic, Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Monty, and Gravity Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy. We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Shadows of the Neon, our Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle that we're running here on Final Show Films. My name is Jack, and I am your storyteller for the finale of this season of Werewolf. And joining me tonight is Jeremy.
Hi, my name is Jeremy. I'm playing Aiden Taylor, Hamid Philodox, Child of God.
And John.
I'm John. I'm playing Hakau, the Hamid Silent Strider Theurge.
And William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Ingvald Ulfsdotter, the Hamid Getafenris Audun.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I am playing Anya Metascaliard Silverfang.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Alexander Core, Metaspaladox Black Fury.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Dakota, a Lupus Galliarduptana.
And Craig.
Good evening. I'm Craig. I'm playing Sal Moraro, Glasswalker Ragabash.
And last time we were in Vegas, the wings of the Mojave Pack confronted the reality that the threat of the regional administrator's Weaver brood could unfortunately not be left alone until their negotiation deadline ran out. A number of possible contingencies were proposed. Some were attempted, some were rejected, and in the end, a phone call was made. The regional administrator has been overtly aggressive in an effort to calcify the penumbra of Las Vegas, starting with the city's 4 cairns. Spirit webs are currently encircling the sites. The city is falling into stronger and stronger patterns of stasis, and the gauntlet is increasingly solidifying. Even in the heart of their home cairn, a kinfolk named Katya Rustikov has seemingly fallen under the sway of the Weaver, causing her to lash out at the nearest guru while wielding a silver blade. And things are only getting worse. Sal's phone call reached directly to the regional administrator, however, and the Ragabash was able to convince the spirit to schedule their negotiation early. Now, the pack waits near the penumbral entrance to the cairn with only a scant half hour before their transit spirit arrives to take them into the lair of their enemy. You guys are currently clustered up, eyes drifting occasionally to the gates that separate the Cairnbon from the greater penumbral regions outside. The rising webs are still visible through the gates. And even now you can occasionally see other members of the nation, allies of your sept, the guardians of this cairn, and some other people that you've roped in for assistance, despite the pressure that is mounting at various other locations in the city that need tending to. But they're still hard at work, desperately trying to slow the advance. There's not enough bodies, not enough claws to stop it entirely. Right now, they're just buying as much time as possible and hoping against hope that somehow some sort of resolution here can be drawn and the enemy turned back and disorganized. But that, unfortunately, seems like it's only up to you. So what's everybody doing?
I have taken the web cutter and I've put it in my magpie swag. The inside of the magpie swag is not. It's not like a bag of holding where it's just like an extra dimensional space. It's a physical bag. It's just longer and wider on the inside than it should be. So I'm setting it in such a way in like one of the pockets of the bag on the inside so that it is very easy to get in and grab it and pull it out without having to search around for anything.
Okay.
So like you stick your hand in the bag and the pommel is like the first thing that you hit kind of situation.
Sure.
Zipping that up. I'm going to... The last time we were there, did it seem to matter that some of us were in different forms than Hamid when we got there or not?
In terms of matter how?
Like the regional administrator's reaction to us.
Not particularly.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and shift to Krynos form then.
Okay.
Because I'm currently in Hamid.
Go ahead then.
So I don't need to worry about trying to spend rage and gnosis in the same turn when fighting begins.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your stamina and primal urge then.
I should also do that. And fail to shift, because thank you ones.
Not a botch though. All right,
I make it to Glabro.
There we go.
Okay, I make it to Krynos.
All right. Anybody else have any preparatory efforts to make?
Because I can do so automatically, I'll also shift.
Okay.
Kronos does not sound like a terrible idea. I will also. I mean, your spirits.
Should one of us be able to start negotiations if we go in there all like that?
My understanding was that Cal wished to be the negotiator. You can speak to spirits.
Yeah.
Is that form dependent?
No.
I can speak to spirits too, if we want me to be the negotiator.
Just to clarify and remind, the objective here is not actually to negotiate, but to allow for time to get us into a position for an optimal strike. We have no hope of negotiating with the regional administrator.
Yeah.
No,
if we wanted to delay the most, Saldarai would be a better choice, but it seems to simply be a positioning issue.
Yeah, the other aspect is getting the web cutter closer to, effectively positioning ourselves so that the web cutter is between Ingvar and the entity at such a distance that Ingvar does not have to take additional time maneuvering around others to get right in there and begin stabbing.
Yeah.
And I believe I'm the only one with the capacity to smuggle, shall we say, the web cutter in there at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
FedEx, look, I don't mean no disrespect by this, but I mean, it's pretty obvious, I think, to anybody with eyes, and probably doubly so to a spirit, that you've had some rough goes and you have a little bit of trouble getting around. Maybe Xena goes with you, acting like you kind of need to be propped up a little bit.
You're all going to be there behind me, just not...
We will all be there.
Yeah.
It's simply a matter of where we are standing in relation to each other.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So if Ingvar's right there beside her cow,
I mean,
she could dip into the bag real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that doesn't affect it.
He might suggest that such deception is unnecessary to achieve that end.
It won't hurt, though.
Well, if you want to go in there and play this straight, then fine. But like I've said before, I'd rather have an advantage and not need it than need it and not got it.
I need
Just
to.
believe this to be a disadvantage. It is fine. Ingvar, it is clearly your choice.
I mean, standing next to Hekao, whether or not I'm pretending to support his shoulder doesn't. I mean, either way, it's going to help.
I would rather not pretend to require the support.
We don't want to be underestimated even more than we otherwise would be.
Well, no, for a variety of reasons, but none the least of which is we've already met with the regional administrator, and I didn't require the support
that is actually a
last
fair
time.
point. That is actually a very fair point. I mean, shit could have happened since then, but
I mean,
no,
shit has
that's-
happened since then.
that is valid though. Let's not try. There is something to be said about overselling it.
And also,
You make the best deceptions when you add the least amount to it.
and also, if you're
Sal looks like he has no idea what you're saying.
the more complex a plan, the more points of failure there are.
Exactly.
Keeping it as simple
Yes.
as possible.
My point exactly.
So do we really have any pretense here, or is it just as soon as there's a valid opportunity we strike?
I mean, the pretense being get as close and in as advantageous a spot as possible before we pull out the weapons and start going with the rah rah claw claw.
Indeed. As we do that, Hekao, I think that your central argument starting should possibly be, I do not understand spirits, but I do understand business. This is in breach of the implicit contract that you previously established with the administrator about future negotiations being undertaken.
Yes.
That is good enough reason to get up and speak and be close.
I agree. When in his Krynos form, Hekao has kept a couple of things not merged in. His coat, which he normally keeps, left alone. But in addition to that, also he has left the necklace that he wears out in Manifest. And also the Ankh that he pulled out previously is in his hand, holding it up towards Ingvar so that there are no misunderstandings. When I drop this, that should be your signal to grab the knife and begin attacking. This is also going to be part of a gift that I will be employing to aid us in our fight. So activating the gift with this motion should signal you to begin. And I'm waiting to see if I get a reaction from Ingvar.
She just nodded and just hummed yes.
Gotcha. Sorry, I couldn't hear or see anything, so it's like.
Do I need to make a roll to attune with the fang dagger because it's a fetish at all, or not?
You would if you're going to want to try and utilize its fetish nature and not just treat it as a knife.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the roll for that?
Just to confirm, you make a gnosis roll. Okay. For a fang dagger, your difficulty is 6.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this because this seems very important.
Fair enough.
So I get difficulty 6. So that's 3 successes.
3 successes. You've been taking a little bit of time in this intervening moments as everybody's sort of batting back some basics of strategy and tactics and reach out mentally and spiritually to whatever entity lies slumbering within this weapon that Ingvar loaned to you.
Yep.
And there's a stinging in your palms. Your forearms are just seized with this brief, intense cramping as your muscles just contract suddenly and your hands wrap around the blade, almost letting the sharper points of it bite into your skin. And you recognize that, yes, there is a spirit of pain in here that has bonded with you on some level. The agony fades fairly quickly, and you're able to sort of relax and get the feeling back into your fingers without too much trouble. But that connection was unpleasant, but necessary.
Yep. All right. I'm not saying anything. Just doing that while stuff's going on.
Okay.
Once the battle begins, well, there's no reason to suspect that we won't be immediately surrounded or at least attacked from all sides.
Yep.
Which means that the formation is likely best performed as a circle with the least combat effective people held in the center to support as best they can.
The radius around me will become a harmful zone for unbound spirits to interact within. It should be fairly large, but if I am removed from it, it will become ineffective. So I volunteer to stay in the middle.
That makes sense. Anybody else got any ideas on if they should be center mass? Because I'm trying to think of support options here. And honestly, I think other than Hakao, most of us are fighters.
Give me a second to check how an ability works, because I've used it like once. I'm really sorry.
I pull out I pull out my 2 remaining Gaia's breaths. Do we have any more of these left, or were they all used?
Nope. They were
I think
all
those
used.
all got left behind on the battlegrounds.
I simply do not have that much in combat other than the obvious. I can make it difficult to hit me, but I don't think that ability could be transferred to another.
Sal kind of stomps his foot. He says, "I'd rather you was in the middle calling shots. All right."
I appreciate that you think that.
I
am absolutely. I can call shots from the line as well, and otherwise.
I think that was directed at Anya.
Oh. Well, you didn't list a name.
And Sal was specifically looking at the ground.
But just to clarify, Craig, would that have been at Aiden or Anya?
It was addressed to the ground.
So it is an entirely understandable reaction from in reaction to the guy who's constantly telling Aiden to keep his ass back.
Okay,
Sal grits his teeth in response to Aiden's answer and just goes, ugh, and then points, still looking down, but sort of points at Anya.
I am comfortable being closer to the center if that is all right with others.
No, that works.
We will all do our best not to break formation, but Aiden, you are best.
I promise I won't run at the bad guys this time.
So,
unless the situation calls for it.
Nope. You tried to get that one through.
It is more likely to be you than it is to be me.
Sorry, say that part again.
If someone is needed to break off, it is more likely to be you than it is to be me. So having me closer to the center seems fine.
That makes sense.
I hold out one of the Gaia's breaths towards Anya. We should each.
Holy shit, guys!
Yes, we know. Let's
turn.
go.
What?
No, we don't know necessarily. What's going on?
And standing, kind of looming. Like, this thing was big before. It's probably increased in size by a factor of 2.
Got it.
To where the monstrous spider that has apparently pulled itself out of nothing, because the webs are maybe 6-8 inches deep, even as they're rising, So a tractor trailer sized spider has sort of apparated out of a very thin mess of fibers, comparatively speaking,
That is
and
here
is
for
now
us.
looming and looking over the gate down into the bawn of the cairn at you guys.
To
It's
the
TV
Guardians.
version of it.
To the Guardians, I'll just call out, that's here for us. Don't worry. And I start walking towards it. while I'm
Anya
at-
gets very annoyed at the internal clock that really should have told us before the thing arrived.
At one final note over the totem link. In formation, I do want, if possible, I want to have Aiden and Alex in the front with me.
Okay.
I'll take the back because I think you're right. I think once shit goes off, we're gonna get people from all sides.
Yep.
Or things
Legit.
from all sides.
Dakota, are you comfortable being our runner?
Out of game, what does that mean?
I don't know a better word for this. Just the person who goes wherever is weakest.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
So I
Yeah.
pass off one of the Gaia's breaths to Anya as we're walking,
Yeah.
so that each of us has one.
All right.
Aiden, as you begin to move,
Yep.
Dustbringer comes down, and do you have the Awakened Storm? Do you have it extended, or is it still in its compact form?
It's probably compact at this point.
Okay. Dustbringer comes down, and you feel his wings sort of brush across the side of your cheekbone as he perches on your shoulder.
What's up?
I believe the phrase is, how did it go? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
I'm so proud of you, Dusty.
You're a peach and don't let anybody tell you any different.
I will toss a bit of food towards Aiden to feed to Dustbringer.
Yep. That's earned.
And you've never seen a crow like actually take a deep breath and set its jaw before, but you're pretty sure that's what he does, just as he's sort of sitting there next to you.
Okay.
All right. Spider Senpai, notice us. Let's go.
All right, who's leading?
I started walking
Alex.
already.
I
Yeah.
assume, yeah.
All right.
Alex will go up and flank off to one side, across from where Aiden is, probably.
Sounds about right.
So we got this flying V formation where Hekau should be able to step back behind the three of us
Yeah.
Yeah.
when the fight starts.
And the spider reaches a leg very slowly out towards Hekau, who's in front.
Is it like offering a place to sit or to grab on?
It looks like a grab-on kind of gesture.
All right. I will grab it.
Okay. And the leg very quickly contracts, and you're wrapped inside and held, not like webbed or anything, just
Yeah.
firmly held kind of up against the abdomen there. Another leg comes out to the next one. And unless anybody resists, you're all offered a handhold and then drawn into this thing's physiology.
Nope. Let's go.
And it just clutches you up, clutches you up, clutches you up. Everybody give me
How many
a
legs does the spider have?
perception and alertness. Difficulty 6.
More than it should.
I was like, there's 7 of us.
Yes, there are.
So perception and alertness.
Is Anya not invited because Anya didn't come before? 0.
No, Anya's definitely invited. And this being your first time, you're just kind of trying to figure out what's going on and that sort of thing. The rest of you notice that as you're picked up and clutched into the side,
I don't notice it.
yeah, except for Hekau doesn't notice either. Hekau, you're face first into the thing. So,
my one eye just isn't
right,
able to look and see.
right. Yeah. But the rest of you notice that this thing keeps 8 legs on the ground at all time and seems to somehow be just sort of spontaneously manifesting a new one every time one has to hold somebody up against it. And once all 7 of you are collected, it does a slow, ponderous turn. And a couple of you can see as you approach, it reaches one of its pedipalps out as if to bite or nibble at the web. And then there's that flash of compression, and you guys are rocketing forward at a terrific amount of speed. Sharp angles, bits of light flashing by, disorienting, and then suddenly manifesting once more inside this cavernous metal cocoon almost. Still about the same dimensions, maybe a little bit bigger than when you were here last. 120 feet across, perfectly spherical, with this flat metal floor of metal paneling cutting it directly across at its equator. Writhing cables lining the interior, branching off, forming their own web-like tangles and knots. And there in the middle, the bloated form, chrome and metallic, with that weird sort of porcelain paneled human-esque face poking out at the end of a cable-like neck, probably 4 or 5 feet in length. Number of jointed metal appendages, robot-like arms, clicking in and out in various patterns and sequences. Place thrumming with electricity and whatever serves as you could swear half powered by electrons and half powered by Gnosis and Essence itself. You are once again standing in the heart of the regional administrator's lair.
Is the regional administrator in the dead center of the lair?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know if I can judge this because I at the very least have no death perception. But I would like to figure out where the spot would be that is as close to it as possible while maintaining outside of its current reach. Understanding that it's very likely that it can expand its reach at any time it wants.
Go ahead and give me a perception and alertness. Difficulty 7. That is the increased difficulty from your lack of depth perception and everything.
Okay. 0.
Hard to tell. You know you're not there yet.
All right. Instead, I'm going to walk up. I'm going to sort of lead the pack up to basically the point where Ingvar will be a leap away from being in its face, since I can't gauge that distance.
Okay.
And as I walk in spirit speech, we meet again, Regional Administrator, though it seems you have altered the nature of our previously established contract.
The head twists slightly. Comes down as it extends a bit closer to you, lowered to be more or less eye to eye on your level.
And as I walk, I've unzipped the I probably did it as I was standing up from the drop in. Unzipped the magpie swag.
Okay. Circumstances altered. Acceleration was imperative due to changing conditions.
I understand.
I value your initiative in responding. This demonstrates a proactive nature that may be mutually beneficial.
By the time that's done, am I roughly to the space I want to be at?
Pretty close, yeah.
Okay. So then, as everyone's
Go ahead and
following
give me an intelligence and gonna say intelligence, and you have enigmas, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. Intelligence enigmas, difficulty 7.
Can we see any other spirits in here, by the way?
Give me a perception and occult, difficulty 7.
Okay.
Difficulty 7, you said?
Yes.
We'll also roll that.
I'm just trying to watch the group, make sure no one suddenly gets curious and veers off left unexpectedly or gets possessed.
5 successes. That's 7 if my analytical intelligence specialization applies.
Okay. You're trying to gauge space and distance at this point. The main thing that peaks in your mind is more or less the degree of success you would need to cover the entire interior in your battle mandala.
Yeah.
Which at this point, just from a player perspective, would be 3 successes would cover the entire interior.
Cool. So stopping at that point,
assuming that you are standing close to the center.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Vaguely-ish where you're going.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
So,
the rest of you, as you're looking around and trying to ascertain the spiritual presence here, nothing is immediately visible, but as you walk, you can see the occasional small pattern spider creep out of this tangle of cables and then back in, or something small like a geomid or something manifest for a brief moment and then disperse back into the network. There are other spirits here, nothing that looks super hazardous, but there's definitely other individual entities. Obviously, the Weaver tends to work in a very hive-like nature.
Yeah. Sal is just in full-on bodyguard mode, so he's just looking around. Mm-hmm. I think kind of the opposite of what Anastasia is doing, and she's looking inwards. He's looking outwards.
Okay.
I appreciate that sentiment, and I would enjoy the ability to show you exactly how proactive we can be. As I hold out, the
make
I'm doing that as I'm doing this motion. I'm not trying to hide what I'm about to do, because I'm about to cast Battle Mandala.
Right.
I hold out the Ankh in my hand, and
everybody roll some initiative. Then
the chain is wrapped around my hand. I drop it. As I drop it, and as it falls, Sega podogot vete seda seborita. As I cast Battle Mandala.
Okay.
Let's see how well this goes. Do you want me to do that on initiative, or can I do that now since that's the action I'm taking?
Since you're not trying to hide it, it's going to be on your turn in initiative.
Okay, that's fine. How do I roll initiative again? I forgot.
It's on the combat page.
Right. We don't.
And you hit the no token.
We do combat so infrequently, but I do have a token. It's right there.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, are we surprised?
That's just a lot of dice.
For the viewers' benefit, Jack, do you want to say how many dice each of those attributes were?
So, initiative is generally a dexterity and wits plus a single D10 added to it.
Those are the same for a spirit, though, because
frequently, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Spirits generally get a little bit of a boost in initiative because all of their stuff is built off single ratings of rage, gnosis, and willpower. So the regional administrator has a 9 and a 9, and then rolled a 7 for a total of 25 on his initiative.
I was trying to activate the battle mandala as the beginning of initiative, but apparently.
Clearly, the GM doesn't want us to do our plan.
It's fine.
No,
It's
you guys are still
fine.
able to do your plan, but when you at length announce, I'm a very proactive person, let me show you,
No,
you
it's
kind
fine.
of
It's
shoot
fine.
that in the head a little bit.
It's fine. It's all right.
You had to be dramatic, Cacao.
I was answering his response politely.
Courtesy goes a great length. All right. Who else needs tokens for initiative? Because
Getting us killed.
It's fine. It only has one thing it can do.
I'm not there yet.
It has rage.
Hush.
I got a 12.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I had a
Okay.
15.
All right. Alex, what was yours?
12.
12.
I dropped the onk. That was the signal.
Uh-huh. Dakota, you said you had a 15?
Yes.
Fortunately, lightning reflexes is already active, so
Yeah.
Yeah. I also hadn't clicked on my
Okay.
token. Can I just roll again and you can alter it?
I'm just putting these in.
Okay. I had a 12 as well.
12 as well. Which of you has the higher dexterity?
I think Sal's 4.
Yeah, I think mine's 3.
Oh shit, I forgot to spend my XP. Well, I'm definitely dying.
See,
Yeah, I have a dex of 3.
boy.
I finally spent all
I had been
my
banking that to
XP.
raise dex before this fight. I definitely did not.
I'm
Oh.
going last. That's great.
Boy.
All right.
It's been nice knowing you, Sal.
Jack, can I please have done that? It's okay.
What?
Never mind.
he had been
Sorry,
banking
I
his
was,
XP
I was
he had
looking
been-
at numbers. What's going on?
He had been
I
banking his
had
XP to raise
banked. I
dex
had
and
been
forgot to
saving
do
up
it.
XP to buy a 5th dot in dexterity, and then I forgot to do it.
You can buy your 5th dot in dexterity. I'm not going
Yay.
to screw you over on the very last
Aw.
episode of the season.
Okay, thank you.
You are a nicer
Yelani
person than
there?
I am.
I have spent a lot of XP, but none of it on combat stuff. So I'm probably more screwed.
It was for me. It wasn't that I didn't have that dot. It was that I had so much unspent experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, fair, very fair.
All right.
No, there's a reason why Anya was like, I can't do that much, but I am definitely a menace.
So that does improve your initiative to 13.
Yeah,
But
I'm
put you in the
still
same position
spot
you
that
were
I would
at.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So on the regional administrator's turn,
What's this big ass motherfucker gonna do?
you see this cascade of sparks just erupt out of the mouth and swarm backwards down the neck and over the body as this huge metallic exoskeleton pop, 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 as these cables just erupt and separate from the ceiling where it's all tied together in a not very GLaDOS style. But that just erupts in this shower of sparks as the body twists and vaguely scorpion-like, but with this weirdly tentacle-mounted human face towards the anterior end. The regional administrator slams down. How pop culture savvy is Aiden?
What do you think? Pretty pop culture savvy.
Okay. There's a little tickle in the back of your brain as this sort of twisted metallic robot-y, but with a human neck and head towards the end that just says
Scorpion
Genosha,
King.
Genosha,
I was gonna say, yeah,
Genosha.
no. Fuck you. Fuck you, Cameron Hodge. Fuck you all to hell.
All he's missing is the cardboard cutout hung around his neck kind of thing. Yeah.
This is for Warren, you motherfucker.
Okay,
Everybody's
out of
like,
character.
"What?
What's
I don't
going on?
remember his face."
They're having a Marvel reference.
We're having an X-Men
We're having
moment.
an X-Men moment.
Okay.
Right.
The shortest version of it is that we can say is Warren Worthington Angel once had a friend who was actually a mutant bigot who eventually got beheaded by Warren and then got his head attached to a techno-organic virus thing and then was walking around as a demon-empowered robot-y
scorpion thing.
That pretended
sit
to
with
be
the head.
human on TV by wearing a cutout of a body like hanging around his metallic neck.
His
It
robot
was the
neck.
most amazing thing ever.
Short.
Oh,
This
I
is
get it now.
genuinely Jeremy being quite concise with
No,
X-Men.
that is not me
very
saying it's going to be short and giving you the long explanation. That is
No,
cutting
no.
out every
No,
relevant
Like I
detail.
said,
I
it's
remember how
genuinely the
comics do.
concise
I
version.
missed that one.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so fucking good.
Anyways,
But you guys notice as this cascade of electricity washes back over the regional administrator's physical-ish form, it begins to look sturdier, more vibrant, more resilient.
That'll be going away soon. Don't worry.
And that's Aiden's turn now.
All right. All right. Well, we're in this. And right now it just, other than like you said, the sort of little pattern spiders and like, this seems to be the only target.
Seems to be.
All right. Is it gonna take? I probably should have done this before, but non-threatening until we have to be threatening. Is it gonna take an action to extend out?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
The staff. That's basically a free action to extend the
Sweet.
staff to fight length.
So, shunk. And we are going to. That's why I had them all at diff 5. That makes sense. You know what? We will start at. I'm pretty sure I can't knock this thing off its feet. So we will do. Yeah, let's start off strong. Let's start off with the new level 4 one I've got. Foot from Heaven. As I
Cool.
use the staff to vault myself through the air into a kick.
Something
So I
else that
back
shows
up,
up in
take a
Aiden's
couple
search history.
steps. I have to roll strength athletics.
Yep.
Pole vault, kick this thing in the face.
Yep.
Yep.
And I have
strength
to spend a
athletics
rage to do this because it is 2
difficulty-
actions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Strength athletics difficulty 5.
Okay. Yep. This shouldn't be
Based on where you're standing, 2 successes would get you there.
okay.
You can spend willpower if you want.
You know what? With my luck, yeah, let's go ahead and spend a willpower point on this. And I'll probably still only get 1, but you know.
You
So
get
that
there.
would be 5. And
Yeah.
then the actual attack itself is I should actually have a +1 there. So that would be 5 successes to hit.
Question. Okay. You've got 4 dots in Iskaku though. Do you have 4 dots in Brawl as well?
In Brawl?
The book that I've got says you are making a dexterity and Brawl difficulty 7
Is
to
it?
kick. I think it would
you're
make sense.
right.
Because,
You're right.
because
No,
it's a
you're right.
kick,
You're
it's
right.
not a stick strike.
You're right. You're right. I do not have it. Okay. That changes the game a bit. Do I still get the -2 difficulty because it's an Iskaku maneuver?
Yes, you do.
Okay. That's still good.
That's still
3
pretty good.
successes.
Yep, 3 successes. So go ahead and roll strength +5 for your damage.
Yeah, hold on just a sec. 6 damage.
All right. And let's see if he can soak that. That's bashing damage, correct? Because that's a
Correct.
Because that's a kick. And you feel your foot hit just solid metal. There is a bit of a give. There's a denting feel to it. But this thing is extremely sturdy, you're realizing. And you drop down in a readied position, prepared to unleash absolute nightmares on this thing next round to the best of your ability. All right. Dakota.
Dakota is going to bite this thing's creepy face off.
Okay.
Make sure you're in the right form for whatever form you chose. So for the bite attack.
I just checked. I'm in. Yeah. She was already in lupus from last week. So.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
All right. Go ahead as you make a leaping bite for this thing's face, where it's right in front of Hikau.
6 successes.
Well, damn.
Nice.
All right. Go ahead and roll some aggravated damage on that.
Damage plus 5.
Yeah.
Which isn't she in her breed form?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be lethal damage?
It's werewolf teeth.
Yeah.
I thought in your breed form your attacks were all relatively non-magical, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no. Bite is always aggravated from base rules as far as I understand. Yep.
I like
All right.
the idea that
Nice.
applies to human form, even though I understand it doesn't.
Once again, your teeth rake down this thing, and there's some give, there's some scraping, but it is extraordinarily hard to penetrate this thing's outer exterior. You've done some damage to it, but again, not nearly as much as you would have hoped. Sal.
Sal is going to pull out both of his machine pistols.
Okay.
And what I have Mac 10s. And will cast I'm gonna spend a rage so I can attack with both of them.
Okay.
And I will cast Tommy's new trick twice on both. So I'll just do one after the other, if that's okay.
So you pull them out and you notice they feel heavy, heavier than normal. And as you look, go ahead and give me a perception alertness, difficulty 7. This is a free action.
All right. I would kick myself if I didn't at least try this, because I really want to see what will happen. Difficulty 7.
Your guns have turned into spiders.
3. That would be awesome.
Or bricks.
These things are solid objects. They have no moving parts.
Okay. All right. So I will just pull them out, go, fuck, and drop them.
Okay.
And then how can I get to the regional administrator?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, you guys were all pretty well drafting Hikau, so you guys are close enough that a single movement will get you within melee range at least.
Although, wait, okay, no, but I'm in the back of the group. I'm in the back of the thing, right?
Yeah. If you're able to stay back and guard the rear, that'd be awesome. But
then I think can I not spend that rage, or have I already spent it?
No, you haven't spent it yet.
Okay, all right. Then Sal will just pull it out, look at the gun, look at the regional administrator, and go, "This one's for my best friend Chansey, you son of a bitch!" And we'll throw the gun at him.
Fucking chuck the gun.
Give me a dexterity.
Are you in Krynos form?
Yes.
Boom.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity and athletics, difficulty 6.
Okay. any of my specialties apply here?
What are your specialties for Dex and Athletics?
We changed it from lightning reflexes to smooth moves because lightning reflexes was also another thing.
Right.
And athletics probably not, but athletics was running. So.
Yeah, no, nothing on that.
You throw the gun particularly smoothly.
So you said yay or nay on the smooth moves?
No specialties on those.
Okay.
No.
And then difficulty what?
Difficulty 6.
Okay.
All right. You can roll strength plus the 1 extra success for bashing damage. As you just brick this gun directly into the thing's face.
Please tell me that does more damage than the kick and the bite.
We'll have to see if he
Great.
soaks it.
Great.
Like
I'm
just
so
a
excited.
strength roll, or do I do that on the combat tab?
So you'll go to the combat tab and just do strength. Yeah, just standard strength plus your 1 extra for the hit.
Oh, okay. And then just do no token, or
So basically any one of those attack ones up top.
So just
you'll
I'm sorry.
Check the little box that says strength, add strength, and then just hit the black button right across from that one.
Okay, my bad.
And that should do it. And then it'll ask you how many extra successes. You'll say 1, and then that should give you your damage for that.
I apologize. It has been
No,
a
it's
long
all
time
good.
since I've done anything other than bite or shoot something. 4 successes.
4 successes for bashing damage.
For
Let me
chance.
see how this goes. Oh my god! So this machine pistol just spins through the air and smacks directly into one of those sort of porcelain, and there's a spider web crack that just goes through it, and like part of the lower jaw panel drops off, revealing these metallic metal mandible jaws kind of structures underneath with just cabling and everything. But you crack this guy's armor.
Spin to rage, throw the other one.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, I don't think I will. I think that's my turn.
It worked because it's of the Weaver. He wasn't expecting it.
I like to think that it's not just it's of the Weaver, it's like that is not the function of this item. I have to say function of this item. You're not supposed to throw those.
Alex, it's your turn.
It is. I can't follow that up. I've noticed that things aren't hitting it very easily. I'm gonna actually stay back where I was and get ready for whatever this thing's gonna throw at us next round. I'd like to parry.
Okay.
Try throwing things. That's working real good.
I mean, it worked better than the arguably very well executed other attacks that happened prior, which is ridiculous.
Just love the,
But it's Anya's
Great.
turn then.
it's the fucking one man.
Okay,
it's the one punch man thing.
I'm gonna look like a wimpy loser and cast a buff spell on myself, Lambent Flame,
Okay.
which
Awesome.
is just spend a willpower and this happens unless
Right.
there's something weird about this situation. So light within 100 feet, I'm a silver fireball and it has a +1 difficulty to hit me.
So yeah, Anya just erupts into this gilded brilliance. And it's a little hard to look directly at her.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Ingvar.
So Ingvar reaches into the magpie swag, pulls the blade out, and just, I imagine the activation of this, she just draws the blade across her arm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll Gnosis.
I would like to spend a Gnosis to just make this happen.
Or that's fine as well.
That's a thing you can do.
Seems like
Let's
a
not
good
risk
call.
that.
Spend a Gnosis, you take 1 aggravated damage.
Because, like, as much as I could roll the Gnosis and then use Rage to attack this turn as well, I'd much rather just guarantee this works.
Mm-hmm.
And then spend your rage to beat it to shit next
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Legit.
There.
So now the blade has been activated.
Yep.
It has a number of things that it does. While it's activated, the difficulty of using any technology with moving parts against me and my allies increases by 3 for the remainder of the scene. While activated, it also reduces the difficulty to hit Weaver spirits and drones by 2, so I can hit him even easier.
Yep.
Okay, I want to see 10 successes on this next roll, William. Come on.
Well, I mean, I believe it still functions as a dagger, so it's going to be difficulty 2 to hit.
Yes, it is.
And I get to up to difficult, then I get to up the base damage as well. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Excellent. Hekau, you can now cast your battle mandala.
So,
You finish your incantation.
Sega podogo vete se da se borita. And the Ankh hits the full extension of the chain. And let's see what happens. Can I spend a willpower on this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm spending a willpower, so we have at least one success.
Assuming that you don't botch.
And
you are rolling intelligence and occult
difficulty 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the number of successes that I make generate a mandala of 50 feet times the number of successes. A radius of 50 feet.
Radius of 50 feet. Yep.
Yeah. Come on, don't fuck me. You fucked me, game.
It's 2 successes.
Two successes.
2 successes.
So it's a 100-foot mandala.
100-foot. Yep.
100-foot radius centered on me.
So as this blur of activity unleashes, there's the slow-mo of everybody going berserk as this Ankh is gradually falling, and then bam, it hits that moment of tension at the end of the chain and starting at Hekau's feet and erupting outward.
I like to, so there's just this there's this ripple, but it's not it's like a water drop hitting the surface of a lake, but it's at the end of where the Ankh ends up hanging in space rather than through water. And just as the ripple expands from directly underneath it and under my feet, this mandala of Egyptian design just erupts along the ground as if it has always been there, extending out in a 100-foot radius around me. And once it completes the extension, there's just this golden light that shines up from it, and it begins sapping the essence of spirits.
Yep.
Particularly cool thing about that, 100-foot area is also how wide Anya's thing is. So we are making a silver and gold glow party as the support.
That's fucking amazing.
It's like we have landed our ults perfectly on top of each other.
Pretty much.
So spirits other than the pack totem, which means that Dustbringer is fine, within the thing, lose 1 essence per turn.
Yep. Which is now the regional administrator's turn. So the very first thing that happens is a point of essence drains away from him. He's got a couple extra to spare, but if this keeps up long, that's going to start to impact significantly.
And he's made entirely of moving parts and machinery, so he's going to have a hard time doing things.
All right. And
this is when Jack goes, "Ha, fooled you. It's not actually moving parts, it's a spirit. Fuck off."
I mean, to an extent, yes.
I was going to say, this is a point where Jack says, haha, we fooled you. This is not actually the regional administrator. This is the Weaver. No season 2. Later, guys.
Vaguely familiar sensation.
The incredibly elaborate prologue.
A vaguely familiar sensation, Ingvar, washes over you. As the fetish in your hand melts. You've seen this happen once before.
I mean, has the effect still been activated?
I'm sorry?
Is the effect still active?
You feel the effect vanish for a split second. You remember this effect. This is what happened to your Fang Dagger when you fought the wild spirit that was in this blade now. As you can feel the weight shift, the density vanish, it begins to drip through your fingers as liquid, but none of the drops hit the ground. And immediately they begin to retreat back up into your hand as the effect reasserts itself and the fetish re-solidifies in your hand. Apparently, the break reality spirit charm does not work on this fetish, at least not when the regional administrator tries it.
Because it's the Weaver spirit. Eat it, Weaver.
The wild spirit just inside the blade going, fuck you!
Aloha.
I mean, on one hand, good. On the other hand, okay, break reality isn't quite as scary as warp reality, but still.
And then the Weaver's going to spend a rage. And you guys hear this whispering sound as cables begin coming down from the ceiling and strike out at each one of you. Alex, I believe you had a parry
I did.
held, right?
Yep,
I'll let you
so-
make that roll.
Okay. So it's dexterity and melee, and then it says the
weapon you're
difficulty
using.
depends on the attack.
Yeah, so the weapon you're using. So with a dagger, it's 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And every success
Yeah.
you make will cancel a success of any attack hitting you.
So 5 successes.
Nice.
5 successes. All right.
parry.
Very good. All right.
Fuck you, whip!
Basically, yep. Mhm. Okay, and we are going to just work our way down the initiative track.
Does it seem like these are being affected by the effect that makes technology harder to hit us with?
Yep.
Good.
This is the scene in every anime where the whip user begins attacking and just limbs that shouldn't exist just start hitting the ground all over the place.
Yep. All
See,
right.
I've been wanting to make Akira references all fight.
Aiden, table strike to you.
Okay.
1 hit. It hits.
Okay.
You need to try and soak 2 lethal damage.
Meh.
Watch him botch.
Don't say that.
Done.
All right. So yeah, it lashes out at you, stinging across your back, but doesn't seem to puncture your fur. Dakota definitely hits you. I'll need you to try and soak 3 lethal damage.
What am I rolling for soaking?
Great
So if you
stamina.
scroll down, there's a soak section in the lower right-hand side on your combat tab, and there
I
will be
see
a
it.
button that says lethal.
Okay.
So you just click that.
I don't know if you do this, but I often forget to make sure
0
my form is checked.
successes.
Yeah,
You
we
might
checked
just
that previously.
double check to make sure you're in the right form.
Yeah,
Oh, I did. She's
Okay.
she's in
Yep.
the right form.
Yep. So you suffer 3 lethal damage.
Oh, your base stamina
Okay.
is 2? Ugh.
Yeah.
2 is normal human stamina,
I mean, yes.
William. A lot of us have 2.
Sal?
I have 3.
Ooh.
That's because I only have 1 strength.
It's mad about the gun.
Apparently it is.
Oh, that's a lot of 9s
That's a lot of
and
9s.
10s.
You need to soak 4 lethal.
Okay. Difficulty 6.
Yep, difficulty 6,
Okay.
standard
Okay,
difficulty
it's
on these.
just lethal. It's
All
fine.
good.
It's not
Hey,
aggravating.
Damn,
That's
yep.
that's pretty solid.
Yeah. Alex.
Yep. No.
Not a botch, but yeah, this cable lashes out at you and you almost reflexively just swing out at it and knock it far wide.
Well,
And you're sort of in the aftermath going, was that even going to hit me? Better safe than sorry.
just out of curiosity,
Mhm.
with the parry, does that cancel the successes for the purpose of making that a botch?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it does. but it cancels successes.
It cancels net successes.
But
Yeah,
doesn't-
I wasn't
but
sure if
doesn't
it could
make
turn it
something
into
not
a
a botch.
botch.
Yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
turn a failure into a botch.
Okay.
That would be cool.
That would also be broken.
Broken as fuck.
Broken is cool when it benefits us.
I mean, the problem is that would work the other way too.
I
was gonna
know.
say, 2 rounds later,
yeah.
Jeremy tries to attack the thing.
For us Overwatch fans, it would be like a triple shield comp. Just like
I also don't even know what you're
that.
mad
Rin
about.
still has her shield.
Yep. Oh, that's right. He would need to re-roll that at a higher difficulty because you
And
are
difficulty 10.
at
Yeah,
difficulty 10. That is a botch.
Ace.
Woo!
Cut your own cable off.
Right. Ingvar. Needs to soak 3 lethal.
Soaked it.
Yep. Comes down, and you've been hit harder in practice rounds.
I've been hit harder by the thing that's in my sword right now.
Right. And you just shoulder it off and grit through it. And then Hekau.
Miss me, bitch.
Oh, whoops. That one was still at difficulty 10. Sorry. Got to redo. Nope. Miss.
My statement stands.
Yup. Sure do. Miss me with that weak shit. And the thing begins to creep backwards slightly, just slowly withdrawing from the proximity of your guys' current, more or less, circle. Which brings us back to Aiden.
all right.
Don't let it leave
Oh
the
no,
mandala.
no. You don't get to back off. You don't get to walk away. I
don't have the whole room covered, so
mean that's fair.
it was one success short.
Are you able to use it again, or is it you can only use it once per scene?
I can use it again, but it'll probably replace the one that's up.
Yeah, it'll definitely replace the one that's up. You can only have one up at a time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if it gets too far
yeah.
out, you can just drop it again.
You can run up and drop it again if you want.
Oh yeah.
So I will. Yeah, let's do let's do the other one. Aiden steps forward, does the left strike, right strike kick.
Okay.
Was as opposed to foot from heaven. This one is called powerful foot.
Not from heaven though, just powerful foot.
Just powerful foot. I can divide my attack die into 3 pools as opposed to the usual really frustrating and confusing way of splitting die pools. And do equal for an attack and a kick. So that would be, let's see, my attack pool is 8, so divide by 3, so 3, 3, and 2.
And have you activated your staff as well, or no? Not yet. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was. Sorry, I thought that that extending it was activating it.
No, extending it is just something that it can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and just roll me Gnosis 6
Yeah.
for starters then.
Sorry, I was
Or
not,
spend a
I
point
was
of
not clear
Gnosis,
on
whichever
that.
you prefer.
You know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
spend the point. I'm just gonna spend
Okay.
the point. Not like I'm gonna need it once I die. So yeah. So actually that would be 4, 4. Yep. So So first attack, 4 successes. Right? 3, 3. Yep. 2 successes.
Mhm.
And then for the kick, I'm actually at like let's see. Minus math. Sorry.
Question.
Yep.
Why is your weapon giving you a -4?
'Cause
Oh,
he's
because you're
splitting
splitting the.
Because
you're
I'm
splitting-
split. It's the only
Yep.
way I can split the pool.
Yep. No, that makes sense. Yep. I was like,
Um,
hang on a second.
So I get -3 for the kick. Okay.
Mhm.
This is one of the few instances where having a digital sheet is actually harder than just looking at it, doing the math, and rolling the dice.
Right.
And 1 success for the kick.
Okay.
So, and this is -1 damage on each of these because of the maneuver. So,
Right.
which is already calculated in. So add 3 successes. So that's 1 damage out of 8 dice for the first one.
So yeah, clang against the exoskeleton. No discernible impact.
3 successes on the second.
Clang again. Still nothing. Can't get through.
Fine,
the
it's
kick.
fine, it's fine. And the kick was just 1 success, so no bonuses. Fine,
you-
I'm keeping it busy and trying to present the greater threat.
Yeah, and you're definitely attracting its attention. You can see
Yes.
that half-shattered head sort of swerve and those eyes flare. There's like
Yep.
it's this weirdly sort of fake plasticky type ocular appearance, but with this reddish backlight behind them.
Yep.
Vaguely Terminator-esque.
And by the way, this is where Iskaku's broken, because I did all that without rage. Imagine if I'd spent rage and did it multiple times.
I know, right? Do you wanna?
No, I don't want to
Okay.
do that much dice rolling in one go again.
No problem. Dakota, that brings it to you.
Dakota's gonna try to rip up some of these cables
Okay.
since going for the face is not really doing much.
All right.
She's gonna do claw attack.
All right. So you're going to claw out at the cable that was attacking you.
3 successes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage on that.
2 extras.
Four.
4 successes. You reach out with a claw and just swipe at it. And you neatly sever probably a 7-foot length as this thing is down and sort of squirming around. And this huge length of thick cable just slams into the floor and then wriggles away almost snake-like as fast as it possibly can. It makes pretty good speed, and it seems to be headed outside towards the outer walls of the interior of this lair. The remaining stump of it, spitting sparks, just kind of recoils and hissing back up towards the ceiling from whence it originated. Anything else on your turn? Spending rage for anything?
Not yet.
Okay. Brings us to Sal.
Is there anything incoming other than the cables?
And not that you can see. Go ahead and give me a perception and alertness difficulty 6.
Okay. Four successes.
You can see a number of pattern spiders crawling towards each other. They're converging on a point somewhere in the ceiling.
How high up is
Probably
the ceiling?
about ceiling is about like the peak of the ceiling is about 100 feet over your head. Because this thing is basically a sphere. The point that they're getting to is probably about 50 feet up, kind of on that
Okay.
little ecliptic area.
Do I think I could throw something that high?
What form are you in?
Krynos.
Krynos?
Probably not
Maybe.
a problem, right?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
All right. I'm going to pull out the sun's breath that Hakao gave me ages ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Make use
Uh,
of them.
And
Yes.
we'll go fire in the hole, and I'm gonna throw it at where all the spiders are mounting up on each other.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
Pull up the stats on that real quick.
I was gonna say that's dexterity and athletics.
Yes, it's gonna be a dexterity athletics difficulty 6. And it just inflicts flat 3 aggravated fire damage. Or sorry, 3 dice. So yeah, so
Nice.
successes plus 3 fire
Yep.
damage.
Yay.
So roll 7 dice for damage.
Okay. Just do a roll 70-10.
Yeah, you can. No, you. So if you go in to your combat tab, you
Okay.
can leave the add strength box unchecked. Just put a 7 in there and hit the black die button.
Okay. All right,
Well,
cool.
yeah, it works.
Or 3, and then when it asks for extra successes, do 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever works easier.
Mm-hmm.
4. Okay.
Dakota, do you still have 2 of those?
I think I only have the one.
Oh no. I have that. Aiden has 1. You had 1. Ingvar has 1, and Dakota had 2.
What do I
have
got?
to what?
Sun's breaths.
Sun's breaths.
Oh,
I'm
Grenades.
assuming none of you have
Uh,
used them.
The
Nope.
Talon grenade or the Talon Molotov.
I've
depending
been
on-
holding on to this thing the entire campaign.
oh no, I'm
Right.
guessing I still have them then.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
admire Sal's restraint.
Yep. You just whip it up there, Sal, and it collides on this point that they're all sort of converging on. And there's just this terrific of fire that extends for about 5 feet out radius wise. There's this 10-foot fireball that just sort of erupts from the ceiling. And as it dissipates, there's just a torrent of metal scorched rubber cabling smoking, melting, and bits of little pattern spiders falling out of the sky and dissipating into the air on the interior of this lair in the aftermath.
Sal shouts out to the others. We got a bunch of spiders trying to play Destructicon up on the ceiling. Watch out.
Excellent. All right. And that brings us to Alex's turn.
Yeah, so in the glow of the explosion, I am going to flank over on the other side, kind of opposite from Aiden. I'm going to try and do the same thing, attack and distract the thing.
Okay.
Rolling Gnosis to activate the dagger.
Yep.
So you activate when you hit.
I do?
So
Okay.
when you,
Yeah,
when
you don't
hit
have
with
to.
it- yeah. When you hit with it, you can try and activate it.
Okay,
Right.
gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
Right, then I will roll to hit first. And yeah. Gonna spend rage to make 2 attacks because
Okay. Go ahead and start with your first one then.
there's that button. Okay. 3.
Yeah. So now you would roll
Alright.
the gnosis to try and activate.
Now
Okay.
you roll Gnosis
Yeah.
6.
Okay. Back up there. 6. Yep.
All right.
So
So
now,
the
yeah.
blade is activated. So roll your damage,
Okay. That's
and
plus
basically you deal
2.
twice as much damage
Yes.
on the successful hit.
You got 2 extra successes on there. So
So that's 6.
So it has to
that's
soak.
6
he has to
aggravated.
soak
Yep.
6 aggravated. He soaks 5 of it.
Okay.
And
Got
Yeah.
one.
So
attack.
the knife bites in though. You find purchase in there,
Okay.
and you jimmy something loose.
Mm-hmm. All right. I make a second attack. Do
Okay.
I have to activate it every time, or does
Yeah.
that
Yes.
activation? Okay.
Yeah, every time you hit.
Haha.
Hey, you want to try and activate now?
All right.
Gnosis 6 again. Yep.
Okay. Did it? Okay. Yes. Yep.
It's
Okay,
activated.
Activated
so-
again.
So
Damage plus 4.
4. 6.
6 more damage.
6 more damage. All right. How is he doing? Again,
Ugh.
still difficult to get through that armor, but you do get through it.
Okay.
Each time, doing a little bit more and a little bit more.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
all right. You're just chipping
Anya.
away for when I can explode on it.
Mhm.
All right. Sal pointed out these spiders. Can I make like a leadership role or something to be the tactical one?
Sure.
Like, if there's somewhere we need to stop it from getting to or something, I don't know. I'm not.
So for a tactical analysis, I'll say either wits or perception and leadership, difficulty 6.
All right. It's the same roll either way, but I'm going with
Okay.
wits because it feels more relevant to me.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Either way.
Mhm.
Why are these not actually alphabetized? They're alphabetized by subcategory and it messes with me.
Yup.
Oh, wait, no, they are actually alphabetized. They're just as subcategories in the abilities. That's still confusing.
4 successes though.
4 successes. My leadership specialty is assessment, which feels like it
Yeah,
might make that
that-
5 successes.
That would actually make that 6 successes. You got 2
Oh.
10s in there.
I thought it only worked once.
Nope. Each 10 counts as 2 instead of just 1.
Cool. So 6
So,
successes
we-
to assess the situation.
With 6 successes, this thing by itself is probably extremely lethal. Adding other players on its side to the match would probably tip the scales very quickly in its favor. So
Alright.
honestly, Sal probably made a very good call doing his best to disperse whatever's happening up there on the ceiling. You're also pretty well aware that just based on that last round that you saw, it did something and the cables attacked as well.
Mhm.
It is not having any difficulty multitasking.
All right. Yeah.
From a mechanical perspective, if a player tries to
Attention
split
is
an
not
action,
divided.
right? Yeah, its attention is not divided. It can use its full dice pool for as many things as it's doing on its turn every single time.
Okay. We need to keep it pinned down and its allies out of the picture. And I don't know, I guess I will move to maintain our formation because it sounds like the group as a whole is moving.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm trying to sort of maintain that.
All right.
Jeez. There is really not a lot Anya can do in combat, especially because I feel like being in its face would just get in everyone else's way. I guess I take the dodge action.
Okay.
Sounds like
Sounds
that's
good.
a thing you can do.
Absolutely.
Not doing something else.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely. Okay, which brings us to Ingvar.
Or kind of holds the blade in both hands and rolls her shoulders. I've been waiting to cut loose. And she just rushes forward, and I'm going to spend 3 rage for 4 attacks.
Okay.
But Ingvar, before you do that, go protect the back line.
As Sal goes, what do you think I'm here for?
All right, so first
Oh, come on. We
attack,
all know Ingvar is clearly the bodyguard.
9
of this group.
successes.
I said
Wow.
I said I wanted to see
9
10,
successes.
William.
Shit.
All right.
disappointed
Go
there
ahead
was-
and roll some damage there, my dude.
13 damage. All
Well,
aggravated.
here's the good thing. It
Delightful.
can't soak all 13 of that.
Jesus fucking Christ, William.
It soaks 4 of
9.
it.
It soaks 4 of that. That is 9 aggravated damage.
Nice.
See, that's how Guru do.
Arun.
Second attack.
That's
Yep.
how. Let's be
Of
clear.
my
That's
4.
how Arun do.
No, Guru can do that in general.
Only
Conceivably.
7.
What the fuck?
9 damage.
All right. He's attacking at difficulty 2.
Yeah, Yeah, because web cutter.
Yeah, I
Webcutter-
know,
yep.
fair, but also
Only soaks
Ah.
one of that. Man, of all the times for those numbers to start getting low.
7 successes. Okay. 9 more damage.
as Jack's like, maybe we aren't going over long after all.
Maybe not. You never know.
I mean, we are still in its lair.
Yeah.
My understanding of this setting is not great, but I feel like even if it dies, we're still in its lair.
Oh, yeah, no, we're fucked no matter what. I'm to be clear.
All right, and then it has to try and soak that last 9.
Weird.
Very
There's one
glad
more
I gave
attack
this
after
thing
this.
only soaks 2 of that.
There's one more attack.
Like,
I'm
for
honestly-
perspective,
Yep.
This is why we spent half a season trying to forge a weapon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fair.
9 successes.
10 damage.
Shit.
that's the thing that's getting me, is not the successes, or the hit successes.
Yeah.
It's the fucking
So-
damage successes.
Yep. Mhm.
But realize that's 19 dice.
Yeah, it's more than 1 every 2 from the guy who rolls 8 dice and maybe gets 2 successes.
Yeah.
So Ingvar has been watching this thing move, picking out joints, weak spots, trying to visually analyze, watching as it twists and avoids, and as Aiden's attacks bounce off these various plates. You shift your grip on the blade and you slide it in and rip upward, and just fibers shear back as if you like almost like you're filleting this thing from the outside in, and a huge panel just clang falls off again, and all of a sudden what was previously a solid outer metal carapace, suddenly there are huge gaps as these panels have just been ripped free and clean, and you can see cables and wires and glowing blue energy, electricity arcing from circuit to circuit, and boards and chips and just all manner of technological essence built in and conglomerated to the interior, as suddenly most of one flank is laid physically bare.
For those who've played Final Fantasy VII or Super Smash Brothers recently, it was limit break cross slash.
Cow.
Reminder to everyone, by the way, that took damage last round to make your regen rolls.
Oh yes, can I regen that aggravated damage?
Not the aggravated, no.
Okay, well I haven't taken any other damage, so
So anyone that took lethal or bashing damage previously, make your regen rolls. Does it look like it's going to be able to back out of the mandala area on its next
Given
turn?
enough time, yeah.
Well, I mean, like
Not-
on its next
probably
turn.
not
or
on
so.
its next turn.
Okay, cool. So, based on what happened when Dakota cut one of the cables off, does it seem like those are attachments to the regional administrator, or are they individual spirits themselves?
They seem like independent entities to the regional administrator.
Okay. Do I
They're
think
under his control, but yeah.
do I think I could use one as a whip? Or are they too alive even after cutting them off?
Based on what you saw when Dakota sheared that one in half, it's still its own thing.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was just curious because,
Yep.
I need a weapon, and whips are a Silent Strider thing. Okay, so I'm not. I'm moving forward with the group as we're moving forward, being prepared to recast the mandala if needed. I will look to Dakota, who is currently in lupus form. I might suggest the talons I gave you might be particularly useful in this instance, though you'd have to shift to a form where you could retrieve them. And I'm going to take the dodge action so that I don't get hit as easily.
Okay. Which brings us to the regional administrator's turn. Loses one more essence. And it lowers itself to the ground. And then with all of its legs extending at the same time in this terrific leap, makes a massive lunge up into the air across the room, the opposite direction from where it was retreating before, and attempts to land directly on Sal.
Well, I got its attention.
Yes, you did.
Yay for Ragabash taunts.
So the first claw lash as it lands down on you. You are soaking 6 lethal damage.
Okay.
Glad I moved out of the way.
Was
so I
that
can
the
get
increased
right back
difficulty?
This is not technology. This is its own body.
So lethal.
The cables are separate technological entities. Yep.
Okay.
So you take 4 lethal. And then, let's see. Sal has 2 cable strikes headed his direction as well. That's still at increased difficulty. No extra successes. I need you to soak 3 bashing.
Oh.
Bashing this time.
Yeah, sorry, that was lethal. I mean, is it easier to soak bashing? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Same.
No.
Go ahead. Yeah, I think it's the same either
It's the
way.
same.
So.
So that would, so I mean, okay, so that's 2 more.
Okay, 2 more bashing. And
Does that
1
now?
success for the second one?
I apologize. Does that mean I take 1 lethal, or that's just 2 separate bashing now?
So he hit you with a cable strike for 3 damage. You soaked 1 of it, so you took 2 bashing from the first one.
Right, but does that stack in the same slot? I honestly don't remember.
No,
It goes underneath.
bashing all the way down. If you
Okay.
get filled up with bashing and knocked out, then it starts carrying over back into lethal.
Okay, all right,
Right.
fair. All right.
But yeah,
And
you
then-
should. Yeah.
And then so I
And
have
then
to
go ahead and soak 2 more bashing.
Okay, so soak that.
Okay. So the second one doesn't. But Sal, you find yourself. That first one went right around your neck, and you find yourself yanked up on your toes, basically. And all of you can hear the regional administrator. This must end, or he dies.
Can I spit into its exposed faceplate? As a free
I mean, it's
action?
behind you right now. You can try and I'll let you make a reflexive dexterity athletics difficulty 8 to see if you can get her. See if you can aim a loogie over your shoulder with enough accuracy.
I don't think this entity knows how Garou work.
Yeah, let's say we die in service of Gaia all the time.
Like, this must end or Garou will die. So?
That's the cost of ending this as a Garou dies.
Yeah. Well, my wound modifier didn't help me out there.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Sal just kind of spits. I should have spent a willpower on that. That would have been cool. So Sal is just it will try to get a hand up, but it's just up there, and just shouts out, "Don't listen to this son of a bitch! Come on!"
And you guys anybody who turns can still see one of the regional administrator's legs sort of protruding through Sal's flank and out the front just below the ribs. Probably a lethal impalement on a human. Garou,
I got healing
It's
powers.
Aiden's turn.
Okay. So I will spend 2 rage.
Okay.
That I know for sure. Because whatever I'm going to do, it's going to need 3 actions.
Question, Jack. Do the rest of us get a rage point for seeing it, like, doing this to Sal?
Sure. Why not?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody gets an extra rage.
Some of us are over rage now.
Some of us are burning rage at a constant rate and can use every point we can get.
Yep.
Doing my job.
Generating rage, no matter the cost.
That's how we ragabush. As Aiden is getting ready to go, you can hear Sal go, "Fuck him up, Socrates!"
Quickly. It seems to be just as near as I can tell. It seems to be just as apt at dealing with tooth and claw as it is with less lethal forms, right?
Yes, it's mechanically it has the same soak pool for all types of damage.
Okay. Is it going to take me an action to get over there?
It will take you one move to get back into melee with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
I spend one rage point to get over there.
Mhm.
Just rapid blur. And probably don't have the strength to actually rip it out. Actually, Jack.
Yes.
When trying to do something that is potentially over your strength, do you use that whole feats of strength willpower? Like I can't remember what the ability, what the roll thing is. It's like you roll a willpower roll or something like that. It's feats of strength in World of Darkness.
Aw.
Yeah.
Am I the baby trapped under the car for Aiden?
No.
I mean,
Yes, you actually are, but
am I though? Aw.
All right. So it is willpower difficulty 9.
Shit.
Full
So for me,
strength.
it's difficulty 10.
Uh-huh. And your character's strength is raised one step up to a maximum of 5 per
Right.
steps per success.
I mean, I'll give it a shot for my one of my actions. So yeah, why not? It's the worst that can happen. Yes, I did say that. And I assume the willpower roll is reflexive in this.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Pull mod 0, difficulty 10. So that gives me a strength of 7 currently to just grab. I'm literally just trying to rip the thing out of his leg.
So you're trying to rip the leg out of
Sal.
The leg.
Sal?
Yes.
Or you're trying to rip the leg off of the regional administrator?
I feel like the
choices.
former is going to be easier.
Yes. No, the former, you would know. The former would definitely be
Yes.
easier. Okay. Give me a strength and athletics with your +1 for your your willpower.
Okay. That's the +1 there. Come on. I could be worse. That was 310. Why did I get those 310s when I was rolling willpower?
And Aiden, you just, in a blur of motion, you come at it from the side and just angle directly into the leg, both arms outstretched, one still gripping your staff, slam in to the joint as best you can. Honestly, with that, I'm going to have you roll me a damage +2 since you got 3 whole successes.
Damage +2.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Strength plus 2, basically.
plus 2, yeah.
As a damage pool.
Okay.
Isn't your strength 7 right now?
Yes,
Technically,
my
yes.
You
strength is
didn't
technically
up it
7
when
right
you
now.
you didn't up it when you did your strength.
That's
bonus
what the
last
The
time.
modifier.
Oh, that's
is
what the
there.
modifier is. Got
Modifier
it.
plus
Yeah.
1.
Yep.
Got it.
So I guess the pool mod, the extra successes would actually be.
That would be 4 successes.
Okay. You slam into that joint. You feel it, and Sal, you feel it slide free of your torso. And then the joint there hyperextends and just snaps off with a spark. And Aiden, you're just there holding this kind of four-sided, tapering to a razor-thin point piece of what feels like solid spirit metal.
Okay.
In your one hand.
And so
make
Sal
with
is still being held by a neck region, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. But he's got his hands up to it. He's not necessarily in imminent danger of, I mean, unless it squeezes or something.
I mean, if it tries to, but suffocation is a slower death than like.
Right, yeah, so it takes time.
The
more of the risk is if it yanks him up and then lets him free fall.
Right.
Yeah.
Or whiplashes and holds on, so it tries to snap his neck.
So yeah,
basically
looks over at Sal.
Stop giving ideas.
Looks over at Sal really quick. In the midst of super fast blurry actions, like get your ass free and get clear. And I just jam this thing into the side of the. Stab it with its own leg.
Okay.
I always knew you loved me, boss.
Go ahead and just make me a Dex melee difficulty 7.
7? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will spend a willpower point on this.
Alrighty then.
Because I really want to stab it with its own leg. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think it will appreciate it too.
It's got a nice level of synchronicity to it.
Yes. So that would be 3 successes.
Okay.
What's the damage on a system administrator's leg?
Regional administrator.
I'm sure that's in the book somewhere.
Right. Yeah. No. Let me look up. It's on page.
For a system administrator, it depends on what server stack he's kicking. As for the regional administrator, I don't know.
Fair point.
So you are rolling as strength plus. I'll say strength plus 2 on this one.
Plus successes.
Plus the additional successes.
Okay.
Yep.
So
some server stacks are really easy to topple over.
Plus 1. Oh wait, nope. I already put the 3 in there.
For no particular reason, Sal, what's your rage currently?
Why did that not?
I think it's full. So I think it's 6. Let me check.
Oh wait, I see what I did wrong. No, I don't. I'm lying.
If it's at 6, could you find a reason to spend 3 of it in your next turn?
There we go.
Unfortunately, I have 5.
4 leg damage.
Could you find a way to spend 2 of it in your next turn?
God damn it!
However, you're attacking it with itself, so I'm going to have those successes.
Excellent.
For 2
It's
lethal.
weak to itself.
Yeah, and
that is one of those narrative tropes that I love.
Yep.
I love the narrative trope, but it is also the "why are you hitting yourself" gag.
Right.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Stop letting me hit you with yourself. And that brings us to
is
Dakota.
Definitely all my actions.
Okay.
How many actions is it going to take me to get over there?
It's going to take you 1 full action to get over there since it's completely redeployed itself.
You will have to spend rage to do anything once you get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is it's still holding his neck right now?
With one of the cables, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the cable
All right.
has extended down from the the ceiling and is still holding Sal's neck.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm definitely gonna spend a rage,
Okay.
and I am gonna get over there, and I'm gonna start chewing through this cable.
Okay. Go ahead and so you're making a bite attack against the cable.
Wolf missile.
Okay. I want you to give me a dexterity and athletics difficulty 5 first to make sure that you can jump high enough to get your teeth into it.
Okay.
Is there a mechanic for doing a running jump? I don't remember.
Strength athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm defaulting to dex here because you're aiming for a target as well.
Legit.
2 successes.
2 successes is enough. Yeah, go ahead and make your bite
Awesome.
attack. Yep.
All right. 2
All right.
successes.
Damage +1 then.
I see. We wolf's reign now.
4 successes.
So Sal, you're standing there, your toes just barely scraping the metal, and you feel that piercing sensation recede slightly, replaced by, even stronger pain, because that's how oxygen on bare tissue works.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, there's this blur of fur that sails right past your ear, and suddenly all the tension is gone as Dakota's jaws just sever through this cable. And it begins to slacken slightly around your neck briefly. And then it tightens again. But you're no longer suspended. You're standing up you're holding all your weight on your own feet right now.
Okay.
But it's your turn.
So just so I understand it for sure, Dakota jumped past and snapped through part of the cable. Okay.
Well, the whole thing. The cable's been entirely severed, and now.
And so
Right, and now you basically have a constrictor around your neck.
Okay.
It's not great because Hakao already figured out these are independent aspects.
This is after you cut the zombie's. This is after you cut the zombie's hand off. The hand is crawling after you.
Basically. And then it crawls up your your chest, and then it just gives you the middle finger because that's all it can do at that point. But it wanted to make sure you knew.
Right.
Zombie hands have fingernails. It is established that zombie scratches turn you into a zombie.
That's fair.
This depends a lot on setting.
Yeah, depends on the setting.
Off topic. Sal, who still I think still has a hand up under the thing.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Turns it and looks at Dakota and says, "Jesus, Technicolor, that thing is huge. How'd you miss it and hit the little vine?" And unless something horrible happens between that and my turn.
No, it's your turn right now.
Okay. And I'm still right next to the regional administrator.
Yeah.
Does it what parts of it are exposed and close to me? There are large parts of it that have had bits chopped off.
Right? Yeah. The closest part to you is the head, basically.
Okay.
The neck looks like marginally softer tissue, but you don't really know just from a visual. Go ahead and make your regen roll because you've taken some lethal. You might be able to heal some of that.
Okay. That's just a skill, right?
It's just straight stamina. You're probably better off just rolling a soak roll because it won't apply your wound penalty.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, soak roll difficulty 8. Yeah, no. It's stamina with no wound penalties, but it's difficulty 8.
Okay, so I'm just doing then a soak roll.
You can just find one of your soak rolls and change the difficulty to 8.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I
So
did.
3 successes. So you heal you heal 1 lethal.
Okay. So I'm at crippled. I have 4 lethal and 2 bashing. So I heal a total of 1 lethal.
You heal 1 lethal, so you'll be at 3 lethal and 2 bashing at the beginning of your turn now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just clicking through all the things. Okay. I'm going to ignore the thing around my neck, and you said there is not really a plate missing on its neck.
No. So basically it's got porcelain plating over most of its face, except for the bit that you hit with your gun brick. Then there's the neck, which looks to be mostly like metal/rubber sheathed cabling kind of twisted together, and then you get into sort of the metal plated exoskeleton body area where all the legs come off of. Some of those have been stripped clean from Ingvar's onslaught, but like the closest soft tissue in a sense to you, although you don't know if there's effectively any difference, is that neck section.
Okay. I'm going to ask probably a very stupid question. Are there enough holes in the body, and is this thing big enough that Sal could conceivably get inside?
He's dead. We're not rescuing him this time.
If the body was hollow, it would be big enough to get inside. The body is very obviously not hollow, though. It is
okay. I told you it was a stupid question.
No, it's okay. It's all good. Yeah.
All right. So I'm not going to Final Fantasy IV this thing.
It's one of those. It's one of those. It's like it's that meme. It's like there are no stupid questions. There's one stupid question.
Yeah. Exactly.
No. Okay. It's a great question.
All right. Do I need to declare all the rage I'm going to spend?
Death, probably.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to spend. I have 5 rage. I think I can spend a max of 2.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to definitely spend 2 rage. I'm going to for the first. I'm going to jump up and see if Sal can sink his claws into that exposed plate on the face.
What form are you in?
Krynos.
Oh, you're in Krynos too? Okay. Yeah. For some reason I thought you were, but yeah, no, you're...
No, he's been in Krynos since they first crossed over way back, like 2 episodes ago.
Okay. Solid.
I had to step away. Did you get the snake off your neck?
No.
Nope.
He's completely ignoring it.
Idiot.
He's ignoring the snake.
He's ignoring everything, including direct orders to back off.
He's mad. It's okay.
For all rage machines.
Sorry, boss. I failed my rage roll, you see, and I kind of went.
You
I was standing right
did
there.
Not. I saw you. You were not in frenzy. You made a conscious, rational choice.
It's a confusing time. I mean, any number of things can happen, and sometimes you don't see what you think.
Let's wait until we're all dead to have this conversation.
I had blood in my ears.
There was a snake on my neck.
All right. So you're going for a claw to the neck first. Go ahead and make that attack.
Yeah.
You hit it.
All right. Aggravated. 4. Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck him up.
Boom.
Fuck him up.
Hey.
All right. And then Sal's going to use that handhold to pull himself up and bite at the neck.
All right. Bite attack.
I think I'm going to spend a willpower on this if I can. Right.
Okay, sure.
Can I on attack rolls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Successes again, then.
Keep it going.
Okay. All right.
Oof. Those soak rolls are starting to look a little weaker now.
And
you spent 2 rage, so you still have 1 action left.
Yep. Let's see.
Bite again.
Yeah, I'm looking. Can I try to claw off one of the other panels on the face?
Yeah.
Would that be another claw action?
Yeah, that'd be another claw attack.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So just with the other hand, he's got a claw and he's biting the neck and he's just gonna whip up and try to rip off one of the other panels. Yeah.
You
Not
hit.
as good.
Tougher angle, and you're kind of aiming for something that you don't really get full visual on.
Sure.
But you make some contact there.
Okay.
Another shallow scrape across the front.
All right. So Sal's just hanging from its face.
Okay.
And
Which brings us
is
to
using
Alex.
his hind legs to try to get
I'm not responsible for Sal's stupid decisions, so I'm gonna.
Hey, Sal is a bodyguard. Sal is trying to do his job.
Yeah, I'm
Dog
gonna
pile.
spend 2 rage.
Okay, so you're
Run
making
up.
3 attacks.
Nope, because I have to do. I have to spend one action to get up there, right?
You were on the other side, so
Yep,
one of
yep.
those rage will be spent to get over. Yep.
And then I am going to, because we're not making as big of a dent as Ingvar, and the important thing is that Ingvar can keep making those attacks, so I don't want it to do that jumping thing again. I'm going to try and grab part of it and hold it down, grapple, to keep it in place, to stop it from moving.
So you will need to make a willpower difficulty 9 to see if you as well can do the feat of strength thing.
Okay.
Because this thing is roughly the size of an RV.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just need like strength 6 then.
Difficulty 9.
Difficulty 9. Not a botch though.
No, it's not a botch.
Which is good.
Never mind then. Someone else is already doing this apparently. I've missed that bit.
So no, nobody else is trying to grapple it.
Okay.
Aiden had to try and do the feat of strength to literally snap one of its legs with his hands, basically.
Gotcha.
Right. Which he did do,
use,
but
I'd like to use fate. That's a difficulty 8 roll against my background, which is 1, I think. No, it's 2. So I roll 2. That's 2 successes. So yes, I can do it.
All right.
And then grappling is a strength plus brawl roll.
Let me check just to be sure, but I believe you are correct.
I'm looking at the page. It's 299.
299.
Yep.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, go ahead and make that roll.
Okay. Is it difficulty 6?
For this one, no, it's difficulty 8.
8. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to spend a willpower on this.
Big fucking thing.
Yeah. I'd like to spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
All right. So that's 1 success.
Okay, and then he will make a strength and brawl.
Probably not gonna work. I tried.
Flicks Alex off.
And his is yours is increased by difficulty. The size differential means his is just at normal. So
yeah, fair.
Yeah, no.
Dang it. All right.
Yep. Yeah, you
Fair
try and
enough.
wrap your hands around it. Yep. You still have 1 action left though, because you spent 2 rage, right?
I do. I'm gonna stab it then.
Okay.
Because why not? Never mind. We're not gonna try that again. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a really big thing.
7 successes.
Roll to activate that dagger.
You can roll to activate that dagger if you want to.
Yeah. No, I definitely do.
7 dice, 7 successes.
6. Yeah.
It's activated.
So 6.
Damage plus 6.
Yep. 6. 16 successes.
Damage. Eat it.
It's real good.
Nice.
That's very good.
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Goodness. Well, I was trying to
go inside it.
No, she's not. No.
Dagger first.
That's not a good idea. So she had been run up, probably again still trying to do the pincer thing with Aiden. And grabs and fails, and then just pulls out the dagger And I'm just imagining that, yeah, she goes for it, and the momentum is more than she was expecting, because I didn't think that was gonna work for the killing blow. And
when you get to double 8 successes.
Yeah. And then when she realizes that that's happening, she kind of copies Ingvar's motion and tears up through it.
Right. And you feel that pulse of pain in your forearm again as that spirit lunges out. But this time, with your hands clenched around the hilt of the dagger, it only serves to solidify your grip as you lunge all of your muscles into it. And you're sheer deep, deep, deep into this thing's physiology. And then there's a catch, and you hit something in there. And then there's just a sizzling sound as the thing spasms slightly and the weight begins to lurch from one side to another as the legs struggle to keep it erect. And all of you can hear voices, various statements, error, miscalculate, does compute, and then just, and the light blinks out of this thing's eyes. And there's a beat before it physically just crashes into the floor. Give me a perception and alertness, everybody. Difficulty 6.
Gonna say.
Sure.
Do I get to, or am I buried under it?
You were more just under its neck, which honestly is only about that big around anyway. So yeah, you're still fairly well exposed.
Did you say 6?
Difficulty 6.
If
Nothing.
this helps anything,
4.
I'm illuminating 100-foot area, so
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be
This
any
is more
light.
of an auditory thing rather than a visual.
Oh, I'm
okay.
busy
Fair
freaking
enough.
out.
I might
It's
have gotten
fine.
more
I
successes
botched.
then. Hang on. I got 3 successes then if it's auditory.
Alex
Okay.
is doing a touchdown dance.
Yeah.
Alex is busy actually killing this
I
thing.
got 3
while-
successes. I got 3 successes regardless, so never mind.
Those of you that got successes, you hear this creaking sound and then a crack. Like the fracturing of ice on a frozen pond, but sharper somehow. More like the slow shattering of a mirror, like glass beginning to. And then the body just crashes down through the floor, and it's just dark underneath, a hole that goes you don't know how deep. Everybody, let's see.
Question.
Yes.
When I realized that something was about to fall apart, could I have had enough time to
Nope.
try to yank us into a different part of the Umbra?
I mean, I'm not
Nope.
even trying to contest the idea of saying anything.
Okay, I just wanted to-
So
Nope. This is immediately happening.
gotcha.
my
Yep.
general impression is when Jack continues through without pausing to take a breath from one action to the other, we don't get to react.
I mean, yeah.
But
Your
we should remind
reaction
them of
is-
ambient effects if they exist.
Yeah.
Yes. Your reaction is, let's see, Sal.
Yes.
Let's see. Ingvar hadn't had a chance to move over yet. So Aiden, Sal, Alex, and Dakota. Dexterity and athletics, difficulty 7.
In the interest of fairness,
Uh-huh.
Sal is still attached to its face. Does that make it
Mhm.
harder?
Yours will be difficulty 8.
Okay. Dexterity and alert and athletics.
Dexterity and athletics, difficulty 7 for those of you except for Sal, who's at 8.
2. I'm on adrenaline.
0.
1.
Hold on just a second. Athletics, difficulty 7. 1.
This is everyone?
No, just those 4 that I mentioned.
Okay.
The rest of you are far enough away from it that you're not in imminent peril of getting dragged
Yeah.
down with it.
Sorry, I thought the entire, however, 150-foot cavern had opened up.
No, just the section of floor underneath the administrator
Oh,
itself.
okay,
my
cool.
mistake.
I
I
missed it.
might not have narrated that very clearly. All right. So you guys feel yourself, everything starting to give way underneath you. Sal, you're able to roll out from under this thing and get a hand on the metal plating, digging your claws into it and arresting your own descent. Alex, you're able to pull the fang dagger back and leap backwards, getting out of the way as this thing begins to tumble into darkness underneath you. Aiden, from where you're standing, all you do is just let go of that bit of its leg that you had driven into its side and step back. And then you hear Dakota scrambling in wolf form, not able to get a grip with paws, lacking the fingers and thumbs and the manual dexterity that she would need.
Every rage point I can to go in, just grab and pull.
Yeah, ditto.
Throw away from the hole.
Okay.
I was about to say Ingvar and Anya were coming up next in initiative if there's any chance that we're immediately on the same.
I feel
Let's
like
see.
who's
Can
close?
I use the
right
cable around my
there.
neck?
Yes, you do still have the cable around your neck.
Can I try to swing that towards Dakota as she falls?
Okay. Let's see. If Ingvar or Anya wants to get over there, you'll have to spend a rage. Everybody can make dexterity and athletics difficulty 8, including Sal.
Can I spend
Anya's
willpower?
gonna try.
Yes, you can spend willpower on this.
Can I get a bonus for smooth moves?
Not in this case. This is more of a reflexive thing.
Well, okay, which is what we renamed lightning reflexes solely because
okay.
it,
Okay,
it-
that's right. Yeah, I'll let you use your special read
Okay.
on this one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
6 successes.
So spending a willpower and a rage to get over there and try with the
Same.
willpower.
So that's
You
three
said it
successes on
was
my end.
something in athletics?
Dexterity athletics difficulty 8.
Yeah.
Sal's out like a gunshot, apparently.
That roll.
Yeah, Sal's just whoosh.
2 successes.
Okay.
I mean,
might be helping.
I feel like there's not even much need to help with that.
Yeah.
This is a group effort thing, because like Sal might be able to slow her descent, but based on how he's kind of Captain America between the helicopter and the landing pad right now, it's going to be hard for him to actually get her up by just pulling on a piece
Aiden's actually
of rope.
going in, grab it, like if need be, jumping a little bit in to grab and pull out.
Yep.
And basically chuck out.
We have the daisy chain of people pulling people out of a pit.
Yep. But yeah, with that many collective successes, Dakota, as you feel yourself start to fall into this deep vacuum of space, something wraps around your waist at the same time as one of your outstretched paws is grabbed at the end, and you are drawn back from the brink at the very last moment. As the remains of the regional administrator do the bucket in the Mines of Moria thing, where it just falls, clang, you hear it clang, 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 and just fade into darkness underneath.
Can I make like a perception or a leadership or something? I'm just trying to get a sense of, there were other Weaver spirits here. Are they still here? Are they an immediate threat? What are other dangers in our environment?
Go ahead and give me perception alertness difficulty 6.
Fair.
Can I make that as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
As the rest of them are hauling Sal and Dakota back up and out of the pit and back onto solid ground.
She will just hug onto Dakota or Sal. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sal.
It-
Sal,
was it?
Sal is
Intelligence
hugging
and-
back very tightly as they're
Perception
pulling back up.
alertness difficulty 6.
Thanks. Yeah.
Mhm.
2 successes.
2 successes for Anya. All right.
I'll wait to do the thing I'm doing until after their rolls.
3.
Sal says, "Hey, if somebody's gonna Magneto into the pit, it ain't gonna be you."
Okay.
Anya and Alex, you're looking around, and there are still a number of pattern spiders, but they're immobile. You can see some of them that like have a leg half extended as if it was scurrying somewhere, and it's just frozen.
I understand I don't know much about spirits or have like a cult or
Mhm.
anything, but basic assessment, they are not about to attack us or even
Doesn't seem
capable
so.
of it
Let's
at
see.
the moment. Or
With 2 successes, I will also let you make an intelligence and computers roll.
thank you,
Difficulty
I can
Ooh.
do that.
Yeah, I'm curious if these things have shut down permanently or if this is just like
Okay,
a
question.
They
Should
got
this
shocked,
be
pause.
intelligence and computers or intelligence and technology specialty computers?
Technology is specifically for like power equipment and that sort of thing. So this is going to be computers.
Okay.
It's like
I
a
wasn't sure just because my specialty of one is the category for the other.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
they're all collectively experiencing a blue screen.
Difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
I have an honest question regarding the
Yeah.
fact that it seems crazy that there are those 2 identically named things.
Mhm.
Is it that technology computers is more like computer engineering and computers is more like programming?
So
Or
the
is it just
way
a different
the
kind of
book,
breakdown?
as Rit explains it, is computers is more the use of computers and software, things like scouring the internet for information.
Operation
and-
versus,
Okay.
yeah.
Technology computers is like building a computer.
Got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I just wasn't sure because these are both synthetic entities of code and mechanical operating creatures.
Yeah,
Yep.
and also that is buck wild that they are just called the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
skill-wise.
Mhm.
yeah, the specialty for one is the other, and I did that to myself. 3 successes on the roll Jack asked me to make. Sorry.
3 successes. You would say that these guys are rebooting. That's
Okay.
your best guess.
So while everyone was scrambling over to help Dakota, because I know I don't need to add to that pile, I sort of hold my arm out for Dustbringer. And if Dustbringer comes over, I would like to sort of both sort of reaching out with my own senses, but also asking Dustbringer, how does the area feel to you now? And I just want to see if it feels, if that suffocating Weaver order feels like it has broken up or that it's still in effect.
Gotcha. Let's see.
I don't know if there's something I can roll for that or not, but
Yeah.
Well, let me roll for Dustbringer.
7 successes.
He cocks his head, very bird-like gesture, kind of looks at you out of one side. Fracturing. And then with a sizzling hiss, you see these cables start to rupture from the ceiling. Sparks begin scattering. You guys can hear cracks appearing at various sections of the floor. And you get the sense that this place might be coming down.
It's time to go.
How
do
can
you-
we get out of here?
Still to Dustbringer. Do you have a sense of where we're at?
No.
Then, Jack, can I blind yank us into a different layer of the Umbra?
You can certainly try. What gift? Do you have a gift that lets you do that?
I don't know. I don't know how traveling
can
through the
go-
Umbra works.
No, you can go through the gauntlet, which takes us to the material world. It's a crapshoot of where that is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
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 Is the
Speaking
spider
of-
bus still here?
Because
And that's assuming
Anya
we're in the
is-
penumbra. Should be
Wait, the spider bus is still here?
No.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Hey, Aaron, what was that?
Speaking of, because of the roles Anya has made and the current situation, Anya is going to do the thing that I forget the roll for to try and throw her eyes across the gauntlet.
You're going to try and peek? Okay.
Is that a thing I can attempt?
Absolutely.
I understand it might not work, but
What?
And so, based for Hakao's decision making on next actions as well, does it feel like I have the time to look across, or does it feel like I should probably go now, based on how the room is breaking apart?
It is generally been beaten into you from your very young Theurge age that if you don't know where you are in the Umbra, stepping sideways is a terrible idea.
Cool.
I mean,
I'm
that's
also
not
going to be
wrong.
looking across then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Craig
I mean,
has
you have
his
a
hand.
chance at succeeding.
Craig
That-
Craig has
Craig
his
has
hand
his
up.
hand
Hang
What's
on.
that roll?
Craig has his hand up.
Right.
I
Sal.
Sal is pulling out his Umbra phone and hitting redial and calling Chansey.
Okay.
It's a Gnosis roll.
I was going to say, you'll need to make...
I'm just gonna. I'm not risking it. I'm gonna spend the Gnosis to activate it.
Okay, no worries. It's ringing. For those that are looking across, Hekal, yours is going to be difficulty 10.
And
for
Anya's also going to be difficulty 10?
Anya's is difficulty 8.
What is the roll?
Gnosis roll difficulty... Oh, no, wait, sorry. It's a Gnosis roll, so it's not a perception roll.
It's not a perception roll.
Both of you are rolling Gnosis, difficulty 8.
I'm going to spend a point of Gnosis to activate my mirror shades and then make that roll.
Is this a thing you can spend willpower on?
Sure.
Okay, I'm spending one of my last 2 dots of willpower on this.
Okay.
That seems like a solid call.
Because I kind of don't want to get my eyeballs stuck in the whatever right now. So that would be 1 success.
1 success. All right.
Making sure that I've got the numbers right. Mirror shades. Yeah, by 26 instead of 8. Not a botch, but 0 successes, because why would the dice give a shit?
Anya, you see rock strata.
Like underground strata, you're saying?
Like literally, if you step sideways, you will be trying to merge your atoms with solid rock.
Had a good plan.
All right. I am going to through the spirit speech, because then I know that everyone can hear me clearly, probably. It seems like the material is solid rock. I do not think that is good place to leave. Where is door? And
I'm
sort of like making a clear gesture of currently blind, but not retracting my sight yet.
I'm grabbing one of the two who are obviously looking across.
I failed.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just Anya.
Yeah, Anya's the only one who seems to be sensory deprived of any sort at the moment.
Yeah, if I feel a hand or a shoulder or something, I will grab on.
You're feeling being picked up in a fireman's carry.
Okay, I will still grab on to make Aiden, because you can do that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
It's a very weird sensation, Anya, to be grabbing onto something, but have the visual feeling of being dragged through solid rock.
I feel like this is one instance where Anya's like compulsive mental stuff is actually really working in her favor.
Possibly.
Obviously, these senses are completely separate. They are observing different realities. I've played VR before.
All right, what's everybody doing? Sorry, Aiden, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I am looking for a way the fuck out.
Okay. So last time you guys were here, those of you that were here, which I think was only not Anya, the regional administrator basically opened a door
Right.
and sort of shoo-shooed you through it.
Right.
You
We don't have that
see-
option. So
Right. You don't see anything remotely like that. What you're seeing is this weird seething mess of cables that's by turns spasming, disintegrating, disassembling itself, starting to drop down almost in a liquid form from the ceiling. The perimeter is beginning to crack and buckle a bit. It's a dome, so it's a fairly sturdy physical structure.
So, Jack.
Mara.
There's okay, this might be a terrible idea, but there's
be.
electricity going through stuff still.
Yes,
It's
there
like,
is. Mhm.
There's cables and stuff.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask for help.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got
and
4 dots of this. It's gotta be useful sometime.
manipulation and charisma and expression.
Okay.
It's difficulty 8, but you can add your dots of spirit heritage.
Okay. So
And what is
You seem to be muted,
Alex
Craig.
asking?
okay. Hang on. Let me set up the roll first, because
Okay.
that takes me a while. It was manipulation,
No, charisma and expression.
charisma, expression. All right.
Pull mod
Expression.
of your
I get
spirit
to
heritage.
add 4 spirit heritage. So 4. And it was difficulty 8.
Difficulty 8.
Okay.
And before you roll, I need to know what
Yes.
you're asking.
Fuck.
Get out.
We need to get out of here to
Say words, Craig.
a line on the edge of town. Somewhere that, and like I guess a breaker box, I guess would be the equivalent of what she's asking for. Yeah, like a stopping point on the edge of town, please. And
Go ahead and make your roll.
oh, it's difficulty 8. Yes, 4. Okay, yeah, I had set that up right. Can I do willpower on this?
No, this is
Okay.
definitely a roll. This is a
Okay.
shot in the dark.
Got it. 1 success.
Okay. 1 success.
Yep. I did say we.
You are running and you just yell these words out to whatever electricity, anything might be able to hear you.
Yep.
And you're just looking for any possible solution to the problem that is presenting itself, and the fact that you are in an imminently collapsing confined area with almost no recourse for escape that you can see. And a cable drops from the ceiling directly in front of you. It's exposed, severed, twisted copper wiring on the inside, sparking, just like so many others around you. But instead of that clean, blue, lethal arc of energy, this one's sparking a paler green and slower. Why is there a cat on my desk?
Because it's a cat and your desk.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what you get.
Okay. And I
Grab it and die.
hold out my hand for everyone else, because I don't know exactly how this works, but I feel like we need to be like at least near each other. Come on, I think I have a way out.
I mean, I feel like everyone gathers up at that.
Yeah.
Is it
And I grab on
right?
the end.
All right. So you wait for everybody to basically join up hands, and then
Yeah.
you grab the exposed end.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
good. So we are making sure
Can
the
I-
current flows through all of us.
Can I Could I make a spirit roll of some kind to see if Alex is about to electrocute everybody?
Fair. Might be a good plan.
Intelligence and occult, difficulty 8.
Okay.
I assume the phone is still
No
ringing.
specialties apply on this one. The phone is still ringing. Yep.
I'm just gonna hang up then.
Okay.
Jack, I
Yes.
assume the scene has changed, but if it has not, can I voluntarily deactivate Lambent Flame?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Difficulty.
Yeah, you can.
I
drop
would like
that.
to do that if it has not dissipated itself.
Okay. No
Difficulty-
worries. Yep.
Difficulty 8. you said?
Difficulty 8.
0 successes again.
Yes, she is. She is definitely going to electrocute you.
Because why the fuck should I get successes? You're about
You
to
don't
grab
know what else might happen, but
You're about to grab an exposed electrical wire, Alex.
do you do it, Alex?
Yeah, I do it.
I've seen dumber things before.
I'm uninjured. I
says-
did not get hit at all in that fight.
You didn't. And you just feel a pulse. Everybody feels a pulse.
Is Hakal not willing to grab it?
I just voiced that out as I was walking over. I'm holding on to somebody's hand, I'm certain.
Oh yeah, Sal,
Yep.
Sal will grab Hakal if nobody else is.
Okay. And the cacophony of cables and electricity around you winks out, and everything goes dark.
Oh God, we're dead again.
And then there's a popping sound. And there's that sort of crackling hiss of light bulbs coming on, halogens and fluorescence. And you guys find yourself in a slowly reviving, illuminated area. Pop, pop, glow.
Are these
Then the
neon
sort of
lights?
chintzy ting, 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 ting of a
Please tell
slot
me it's a
machine
casino.
spooling up.
Yes.
And almost as though someone was lifting the curtain on a stage play at the moment of the cue for all the activity to resume, you find yourself standing in the Golden Nugget.
Yay!
And to some of you, a familiar voice. All right, and let's make your bets. Let's make your bets. Yes, make your bets. Everybody, deal them in, deal them in, deal them in. And Chansey's there, hat still slightly askew on top of his mechanical physiology.
Pure joy.
Oh,
in
and it
his
looks like we
voice.
got some high rollers in the room.
Sal goes, Chainsey!
Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, we talked on the phone for like 30 seconds. You remember? Chainsey!
And the pay pan kind of widens a little bit and the corners curl up. Hey, I remember this fucker. He was gonna make a deal with the house here. He was gonna make a deal with us. Yeah. Honored guest, come on in, have a seat. Let's get these folks some drinks. Hey. Where's the hospitality around here?
I'm going to step outside to see what the Umbra is like at the moment.
Okay.
Aiden is trying to quietly slip away.
I'm gonna hug
Okay.
Chansey.
Anya?
Is my vision still across the gauntlet?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that would be awful. Oh, jeez.
Then I will indicate to Aiden that I can see again.
Pat on the shoulder kind of thing, yeah.
Well, no.
Is Aiden slipping away while
Aiden is not. Aiden. I assumed it was implicit in the fact that he was trying to quietly slip away. That he put Anya down.
I assume too.
I assumed that. I just wanted to confirm it and make sure that he hadn't dropped me while I was still not able to see.
Fair.
Yep.
fair.
No, you can see.
Would have
And
been
Aiden
funny,
has set
though.
you down, and Aiden is trying to slip away. Aiden, go ahead and give me a dexterity and stealth difficulty
Okay.
6. And you can spend willpower if you want.
That's good because I will.
Over the spirit speech. We need to get back to the cairn as soon as possible. We do not know what damage has been done already.
Well, that's 2.
Okay. So yeah, you just sort of drift off. Are you
Yep.
headed anywhere in particular, or just off to be by yourself for a bit?
Just off, like, we're not out of frankly, we're not out of a Weaver area yet. So not like away from the group yet,
Right. Mm-hmm.
but yes.
In response over the mental link, I'll see what the situation is like outside. I know the way back from here once we're ready to leave.
Alex is celebrating. That worked! It worked, guys! It worked! Oh my god! Okay. That was so cool! Okay.
Dakota will hug Alex.
Yes! Hug back.
It was awesome. You got us out, and then you like murdered the evil thing. And,
Ingvar sort of holds Webcutter up in front of her. I owe you 2 more battles, my friend. And she sheaths it.
And there's a faint vibration in the web cutter of acknowledgement there. Hekau, as you step outside, there's a pause as you sort of take in the surroundings. It's quiet. You see a couple wireless bats flutter by in a little flight pattern over top. You can hear a little ways down vehicle spirits honking and swearing at each other as they rip up and down the penumbral roads that run the length of Las Vegas. There's a tap on your shoulder. You turn to see a sort of a spirit, kind of a half mannequin-esque. Only one arm. That sort of very painted feminine-esque features. Wearing a sequin bra and panties with a feather boa around its neck. I'd be happy to show you a good time.
Hooker spirits are back. Everything's fine.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm good, thanks. And then over the mental link, it seems to be fine to go at this point whenever people are ready.
You're lost, sailor. She sort of stiffly, kind of on those extended but not quite bending at the knees legs, just sort of trips off around the corner.
Yeah, we still have our responsibility to the nation and our cairn. So yeah, I'm going to where Hekau is, presumably to just try and make it back through the Umbra, because
I'm gonna wait.
I have
until
perfect
everyone's-
memory of the path.
Yeah, I also have perfect recall of the path.
Or I have memory of the path as it was, so Hekau probably needs to do this.
So I have informed everyone, and I will wait outside until everyone is ready.
Eventually, it takes a bit.
And there is absolutely no indication of rush or hurry. And Anya, when you get outside, you see Hekau has just found a stool or a stump or whatever seating arrangement might be available outside, and is just sitting there with his hands like sort of fingers crossed in his lap, shifted back to Hamid form, and just watching the shadowed Las Vegas.
Anya
But
will
after
not
a
make
time-
a third gesture of urgency.
All right. But so after a time, I assume everybody reassembles and begins to make their way back to the halfway house.
Yep. Shift back to Hamid. Do I need to make a roll for it, or
Yeah, are
just
we
assume
are we
have enough
crossing
time?
over?
You
or
will,
are we
yes,
going
because it's not your
back?
breed form.
Hikawa has
Then-
indicated
Yeah,
that
also
he's going to
shifting.
lead the way via Umbra.
Okay. I will stay Krynos then.
Yeah, if we're going through the umbrella, stay Krynos until we get back to the.
That's fair.
I've just
Okay.
Hikawa's just shifted back to Hamid because he's no longer in immediate danger.
Yeah, totally fair.
The space between the Golden Nugget and the halfway house is still fairly barren. Not a ton of life on the penumbral side, but you see the occasional spirit making its way around. It's not entirely completely dead, but still fairly quiet. Aiden, as somebody who's traversed the Umbra in other major cities, it's still unusually. It's not nearly as fertile as the spiritscape of most cities, but it's at least closer to the normal that you've come to expect from Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Returning to the halfway house, there's still some remnants of web, but large swaths of it have been cleared away and cut down. What still stands looks vaguely wilted, in a sense. No pattern spiders, no spirits weaving. There's going to be some work to clear this out, but you're getting the feeling that with the death of the administrator, the Weaver threat to Las Vegas, at least in the short term, has definitely swung the needle hard back in the Sep's advantage. Even stepping into the cairn, you can feel that the gauntlet is returning to its more permeable state.
Wave hello to the Guardian.
Guardians see you come in. Sal, you're more or less healed up by this point.
Okay.
How long do I still have that aggravated damage? How long does that last?
Your
usually?
aggravated damage will take a day to heal.
Okay.
I apologize. I'm not going to spend a Gaia's breath on 1 point of aggravated damage.
I'm not expecting you to.
But as you approach, the boulder hunters there, as the Guardians see you coming, Josie waves an arm.
Wave back.
Looks like it worked out.
The spiritscape of Las Vegas has been returned, well, is returning to its normal equilibrium now.
Has this retreated from the other accounts as well? Do you know?
We haven't been back across yet. So maybe. And then she turns, Eagle, can we take a break? Look who's back. And the Arun, who you guys know as the alpha of this pack, peers his head around the corner. I think we can manage to take a breather on the other side for a bit. The spirits will keep an eye out here. He drops a hand and just pats one of those sort of canine guards that you guys had arranged for. Yeah. Let's step back across, talk to Juniper. You guys can fill us in.
Thank you. Look to our actually good at transport person.
Now Ingvar will shift back to Hamid.
Wait for everyone that wants to shift back to Hamid to shift back to Hamid.
Yeah. Ditto.
Yeah.
Anya's still not 100% convinced this is over.
Aiden will switch.
Oh,
Oh,
nope.
That was
Sal.
your stamp. That was a regen roll.
Oh, that was a regen roll. Hang on. Form shift. There we go.
As
I know how numbers
people
work.
are doing the shifts back over. Oh, Sal, and I'll take aside and somewhat quietly. The woman that you picked, the one who had the incident when we first became guardians.
Gotcha.
It seems that you were right, and she was activated. To my knowledge, when I left, she was fine, and those she attacked were fine, but
Sal winces and nods.
we will see if her state has improved.
Yeah. Hopefully this shit ain't well, maybe she got rebooted, right?
We will see.
All right.
I did
Thanks.
what I could.
Thanks.
Once everybody's ready, I spend a point of Gnosis to activate my mirror shades, and I will pull us back across the...
Gnosis difficulty 5.
Is that before the shades or after the shades?
That's after the shades.
Okay.
Yeah, gauntlets at 7 here.
One success.
It takes a few minutes, but you guys slowly push your way through the gauntlet back on to the physical side of the halfway house.
Losing that one point of Gnosis made all my Gnosis rolls worse. Drastically.
Costly, man. Costly. But paid off, I would say.
I mean,
Yeah.
William did what? Like 30 some odd damage
Ridiculous, yeah.
William did over half of its essence limit in damage to it. Yeah. Yeah, Ingvar did some shit.
That was almost all within a round.
Yep.
Yeah, I only got to make one round of attacks. It
Yeah.
ran before I got back to my turn.
Yep.
And died before I got back to your turn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
you guys, yeah. Werewolves are nasty, even against really strong spirits.
Ingvar kind of takes a breath on the other side, looks over at Alex. You did well, but I am going to need that back.
Oh, yeah. I'll hand over the dagger.
Takes it back, puts it back in the sheath in her bracer.
Thanks for letting me use it.
You guys hear feet pop, 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 running across the pavement toward you. And Aiden, out of nowhere, just a tackle hug from Juniper Johnson as she just wraps her arms around you, then pulls your head back and just kisses you on the forehead. Ah, magnificent. I've been getting calls 20 minutes and a half an hour ago. Everything just turned.
Anya's already checking her phone and any of the coordination that might still be.
Yeah, based on timestamps and what you're seeing, roughly about the time that you would have said that you guys
just with that cursory as this is happening. I don't get the sense there's anywhere specific that isn't able to push it back and needs reinforcements.
No, everybody seems to be having a much easier time at their house cleaning now.
Cool. Great.
Ragnarok delayed for a moment.
You're not kidding.
You turned into a dwarf there, William.
I know I did for a second. I got Scottish for a second there.
It's tomorrow.
Well, let's sit down and hear it. Beers are on me. Come on.
Follow. And let the Galliards do the talking.
Looking.
Yeah, Aiden's just gonna be like, I need a few. I point towards Anya yes, Anya and Dakota. They've got this.
Of course. I look to
Juniper looks at you, Aiden. 30 minutes, and then I'm expecting you to join a party.
Okay.
Gives you a nod and then turns and goes.
looking to the Guardians, our alpha guy that I'm forgetting the name of.
Yep. Yeah. Boulder Hunters are.
Eagle is the alpha.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eagle's reach.
You all right?
Oh yeah.
Great.
No, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Was there anyone who was injured and might require aid?
Yeah, and heading off with whoever else is coming. So I guess Dakota.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Dakota's
and-
coming.
And Alex. Yeah.
Everyone else, as far as I know. This is a
I-
story for the Scalds to tell, but it's glory for the
I'll
nation.
change back to Hamid at this point if I can.
I asked.
Oh,
Cacao, in answer
Yeah.
to
Oh,
your
my.
question, Josie says Cold Front is handling that. Their pack's pretty good on the support end of things, and yeah, they've got that under control.
Would this be useful? I'll say, holding out my Gaia's breath.
With a surprising amount of swiftness, it's immediately in her hand as she's kind of like spinning it back and forth. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Now that's nice.
Thank you. I made it myself.
And then her hands are just suddenly empty. She probably stowed it somewhere,
I assume.
but it too quick for you to see where it ended up. But
This is why I make them. It's fine. Then after that, I'll follow the rest.
2 successes is enough to get me back to Hamid.
yeah, mhm.
Sorry, that wasn't important.
No, it's all good.
Is she leading us back to her office, or is she looking to be
To the-
debriefed here?
To the apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, her apartment.
Hey, is Katya doing all right?
She's sleeping.
Okay. I'll catch up with y'all real quick.
I'll tell you what I told your Alpha. 30 minutes, and then there's a party.
Won't take more than 5.
All right. And she goes in to the apartment. It's honestly, the sun is still fairly high in the sky. And she pulls out drinks. There's a couple bags of chips and beef jerky thrown out on the table.
Yeah, we'll snag one of those.
Yep.
Definitely take a drink. I know it doesn't work, but
Works on me.
Ingvar will immediately down one of the drinks and then just crush
Hekau,
it.
Hekau does the exact same thing in time with Ingvar. Like, just click.
Pound.
Grab, down, crunch.
So what happened?
Tal managed to. Sorry, Dakota.
Oh no, Dakota she looks at Anya like, who wants to start this?
There's a sort of shrug and a step in whenever. And
Okay.
Anya will sort of start. Sal managed to call it and convince it to move up the meeting it had arranged. The spider from before, though bigger, took us over. How started and we attacked. We drove into it. Ingvar used the blade. It seemed Anya's doing a much better job of this than me, I promise. But
No worries.
Ingvar drove the blade in. It seemed to have the ritual powers that we tried to imbue it with, and we fought it. It nearly strangled Sal, but Alex managed to deal the killing blow.
Alex murdered it.
And then called upon, well, I'm not really sure. I was looking at Bedrock at this point. Alex got us out of there.
There was like this electrical cable, and then she like grabbed onto it, and then we all got out of there.
Back to the Casino Dustbringer initially had us investigate. And from there, we were able to navigate the Umbra back.
You guys go into the length of the story, giving the salient details. I'll let you both roll a charisma and either expression or performance, whichever you prefer. Difficulty 6.
Can I say that my dots of werewolf charisma apply?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is a social roll, so that...
You said either performance or expression?
Either performance or expression, yep.
Six.
6 successes. Beautiful.
Fantastic. Stories are told. The celebration goes on most of the afternoon.
That's diff 6, right?
Yep, diff 6.
10 successes between the group.
Yeah. But yeah, the impact of the story is pretty solid. Everybody's on edge at the proper moments. Sal, you've wandered off. Where are you headed to?
To Vinny's.
Okay. Knock on the door. He opens it, wearing his normal jean shorts, Hanes t-shirt, and open-toed sandals. Hey, welcome back, boss man.
Hey, I'll do a couple quick little shadow boxes with him.
Ah, you did good. You did good, eh?
Hey, yeah. We got it all wrapped up. Hey, so Juniper's throwing a party in about 30 minutes or so.
Right.
I got to tell you, I threw a gun at it. It was crazy. Just real quick. You got that letter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I got it on the sideboard over here.
All right.
You need it back?
Yeah. I figure we're not gonna
saving
need
it
it
for
right
another time, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get you. Wives and sweethearts, huh?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Alrighty. Yeah. And he'll hand you the envelope back.
All right, Vinny. I'll see you over there, all right?
I
And,
only
hey.
peeked a little.
Okay. All right. Listen, like I said, that rifle, it's all yours.
Oh, don't you worry. I'm taking Liza Minnelli out there out to the desert, and boy howdy am I gonna put some holes in some shit.
That's something else. I love it. All right. Well, I'll keep visitation rights or some shit, all right?
Oh
And,
yeah. No. You know, hey. Girls gotta have girl talk out in the desert once in a while, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And all right, don't forget to come over.
Oh, if there's a party going on, you can bet your ass yours truly's gonna be there with bells on, motherfucker.
Okay. Sal will step back outside, close the door, look at the envelope and a letter in his hand for a couple seconds, and then he tears it up into little pieces and kind of tosses it into the wind, and then we'll jog back over to the meeting room, and we'll be there, I guess, to listen to the rest of the story.
Sounds good. Aiden, where's Aiden off to?
So Aiden is going outside, getting on his motorcycle, and driving north.
Okay.
And is sending. Hold on, just a second. Sending Anya a text.
Cool.
And he just keeps driving for now.
Okay. So Anya, you get a text.
Yes.
After
I feel like Anya has pretty good read a text with surprising information on it and keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I get like I don't know if this is now retroactive insight or something on Juniper on whether or not she might be expecting things? Jeremy, I don't know how much of that Jack is aware of.
Absolutely no fucking clue.
Okay.
If Juniper knows what Aiden's doing, then Jack's a mind reader. 'Cause-
Okay, sorry. I am not.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Fair
Yeah,
question, but no.
Nobody else at the Cairn is aware of what
That
Aiden's
Aiden
plans
just,
are.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Anya's a Galliard. Anya's a
Well, then you shouldn't have taken the job.
No, the question is whether or not I break up a party.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no, that's
I'm a
fair.
Silver
That's
Fang.
fair.
I'm a Galliard. Do I do something that might ruin a party?
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think Aiden's going off to breach the litany, and it's not my job to figure it out anyways. So I will not say anything. Again, I think that Anya has really smooth read a text, keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, she would be able to pass that off very easily.
It's
With
probably
nobody
not
the
the only
wiser.
time she does that, because she's probably still checking in on like work and also
Other
the
Karens
cleanup
and stuff.
efforts. Cool. Yeah, that's it for me.
For the record, Hakao has not stopped drinking.
That's
Neither is
fair.
Ingvar.
That's fair.
Sal will join in as soon as he gets there.
You guys have the party that evening. Rest is had. Everybody gets a willpower who sleeps. The next day, there is a little bit of a celebration with a wider audience at the Cairn. The Cold Front Pack, Vincent Black Shadows Pack, is present. Boulder Hunters are there. The Ironborn show up. A couple other packs from around the city. And Irving Silverstein, along with Joanna Tarati, come in. There's an assembly, sort of a half moot kind of thing. Alex, you see them coming in first. And you've seen, being the longest member of this sept out of anybody in your pack, you've seen these sort of commemoration ceremonies before when there's a quest done that's a matter of more public note, and everybody who gets invited, and some people who aren't invited but hear about it through the grapevine and just kind of show up, because they want to be present. You see the three sisters standing off to one side, two of them that Anya had called in during the night that the webs came up. And then their alpha, Park Sun A, is present. She gives you a wide smile.
Do I figure out her name by this point? Because
you would know who she is by this point,
Okay.
based on the
Did Aiden come to the party last night?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. So-
Aiden is still nowhere to be found, from what I understand.
Correct.
I assume is not answering texts or calls or things.
I don't know. It depends. Honestly, from Sal, no, not right now.
I mean, the first text he would get from Sal would be, for the first time ever, we're gonna beat you at the drinking.
Yeah, nope.
Okay.
But Anya and Dakota are once again given an opportunity to tell the story, and they do so much the same way as they did at the party. And Irving Silverstein greets you all with a smile for the very first time.
That's creepy.
With this record, we now have standing reason in the presence of Gaia to provide names for the Wings of the Mojave here in our sept. beginning with she who wielded the fetish, forged by Hakao, whose deed name is already on record and therefore needs no new one. Ironblood Ulfsdottir, come forward and be seen. And
Sorry,
he
if that didn't come up across the mic, Ingvar steps forward.
right, and he pulls out that pot of silvery paint once more, and just gives you a stripe right down across the face, crossing across both your cheek tattoos. Dakota, now called Rope Cutter,
Present.
come forward. There's a little bit of a chuckle that goes around the circle.
She will come forward.
You two are marked. Silver Key Ambrose. Marked again. Boxcar's Core, who rolls very long odds.
Step forward.
Mark across the face. Sal, you're kind of standing there by yourself. He looks at you. There's a faint smirk on his face. It's time to replace your deed name over there. Get your ass in the circle, Spider Fryer.
Sal bursts into a big grin and comes over.
And he paints down. Where is your alpha?
What I can tell, musing.
Said he would be gone for a while.
Well, Storm's Dawn Taylor will be welcomed back as soon as he returns. Lead them well in his absence, will you?
Of course.
And there's another wider celebration on this day. Each of you gets 7 glory, 6 honor, 5 wisdom.
Can you repeat that? I was busy typing up things.
Yep. 7 glory, 6 honor, 5 wisdom.
Enough to rank 2.
I don't know if I'm quite there. I have to check. Probably not.
Aiden gets that too, even though he's absent.
Is that temporary honor and wisdom?
That's temporary honor, yeah. So yeah,
So-
anything that bumps you up over 10, the rest carries over, and you put in a permanent dot.
Yay. It was really the 5 wisdom that put me over, because that was all. That was
Yeah.
when I was short.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I get all that spelling right, Jack?
Let me look.
I feel like a lot of those are probably 2 words.
Yeah, most of them are 2 words, but yeah. Except for Iron Blood and Boxcars.
That cat is not having a good time.
That cat wants attention. That's all.
That is how cats are.
But there's a party. There's at least a solid week of relaxing, as things are mostly geared toward cleanup and that sort of thing. Anya?
During that, once it's at a point where the pack is not needed really regularly to help with cleanup, I'm gonna try and find Sal. Spider Fryer.
Sorry, I'm checking. Silver Key.
I will show him the message I got from Aiden, which just gonna read out because otherwise the story doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, no, fair.
Sorry.
No, but it was sent in character. What Anya does with it at that point is what Anya does with it. Aiden can't say, I take it back, I take it back.
That's fair. Anya will sort of show him. It says, "Gone for a while. Something I got to do. You're in charge."
I'm in charge.
You know exactly whose phone this was sent to.
No, I know.
Whether or not you want me to, I'm trying to give you a decision. I'm trying to lead by asking you what you would like to do. I think it is probably best to give Stormstone his time and space. But I am the call of community, the story that is told. You are the question. As the Pack Ragabash, I am telling you, as the person who is as currently in charge as possible, that if you feel it is important to chase down our alpha and get him not killed, you should do so. But that the decision is ultimately up to you. My resources and talents with technology are, of course, at your disposal if you feel it is important.
How long has he been gone at this point? How long would Anya wait before showing Sal the message?
Jack, how long does it take to get out of the critical stage of cleanup?
2 days. 2-3 days after the
so
ceremony.
probably morning of the third day.
Okay.
So Aiden's been gone basically 4.5 days at this point.
Yeah, Anya wouldn't have considered that necessarily like urgent. Just yeah.
Okay. Okay. And you ain't heard nothing from him since then.
No. But I do not know how much that means. That may just be giving me space.
You remember when we first crossed over into the battlegrounds?
I remember everything, but more importantly, yes.
Okay, well, that's some heavy shit we got to come back to at some point. You remember that signpost?
Yes.
What were the 3 things on that?
Anya lists them off perfectly, even though
Yes, she
I, as a
does.
player, do not
Okay.
remember. As long as it wasn't a super intense situation, Anya has perfect memory. So, yeah. And?
And I will, because I want to make sure I'm remembering this correctly. Jeremy, did Aiden look like he was going in the direction of the name of the bar for a second? Like he was divided there? Or was there no outward reaction at all?
No.
Okay.
There was absolutely a second where he was not sure. Specifically, it caught his attention. It took him very much aback, but he covered it well, if I remember correctly. And
And
feel
if any
like
of the players need recollection, it was the Battle of Bearpaw, the Battle of Stickelstead, and Massacre at Howlin' the Moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like I actually seem to remember Sal caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
I
was
remember
that
Anya
he was,
didn't catch that.
Yeah, that he was taken aback by that. And then there was a moment of hesitation, and then after that brief moment, it was immediately to the correct direction.
Okay. I feel like Sal probably would have Googled that after they got back, but maybe he didn't think of it. But now, Sal will pull out his phone and look up that name, Howl at the Moon.
It's a bar in Denver.
See, Ozzy Osbourne songs.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You have to. You have to
massacre, murder,
through,
shooting.
Right, yeah. But if you read it as a location, which most battles are named after.
Yeah,
it's a bar in Denver.
All right. Sal looks up at Anya and says, I think you're right. I think most of the wings ought to stay here, but ideally we all ought to be back. So I'm gonna get on the road.
Aiden's like, Anya, you hate me, don't you? You really fucking hate me. You said
You
the
don't know
one
I'm
person.
doing this
I
because
know.
you fucking cut off contact.
It's all your fault.
But we're not talking in our heads at the moment, I think. Or at least
No, I know.
No.
I understand.
You
Sorry.
just gotta cross a state to get there.
Yeah. Anya will. I will be honest. It was between bringing this to you to deal with as the Ragabash, or to Alex to deal with as the Philodox. I brought it to you because Alex has many other worries.
And I think you're gonna need boxcars here. I'll make some calls and I'm gonna get on the road. I'll be in touch. I'll keep you up to date. If you hear anything back, you hit me up right away, all right?
He'll give a nod.
He does a little 2-finger salute and says, good looking out, Silver Key.
Of course.
And there, as Mararo gets behind the wheel of his car, drives out of Vegas,
With Careless Whisper playing.
Careless Whisper blasting over the radio, the two taillights receding into the distance. And then the camera pans to the left into a mostly overgrown, dried grass field on the outskirts of Las Vegas in the Mojave Valley, where a single cow is standing by itself, chewing on grass.
On 2 legs.
No, on 4 legs.
It's the
Brown
far side.
eyes just kind of blankly staring out into the middle distance. And then there's a ripping sound as a claw tears through the gauntlet. The hand that comes out, mottled, mangy fur, like the remains of burn scars, but not from fire. The skin has just grown that way. The torso, floppy bat-like ears of a werewolf in full Krynos in broad daylight, steps out and kind of holds the gauntlet open as several others plop, 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 plop
Yes.
out. One of them raises their nose to the wind. Yeah. Long way from the world of the waste, but I think we tracked them. Is that fucking cow looking at us? And the cow just kind of chews its cud, staring directly into the eyes of this black spiral dancer surrounded by his pack.
Fucking were
He
cow.
kind of looks at it weird. Ah! Cow doesn't even flinch. Cow
Fucking
can give a
were-cow.
shit.
I mean,
And-
this is accurate behavior for cows, to be fair.
And then the cow takes a step, another step, and then just out of existence. The black spirals turn. And as the evening begins to creep over Las Vegas, the first one that came through cracks his knuckles. Yeah. Let's show these fuckers what a real theurge can do. And that's the end of season 1.
We'll be back next time. When that is, I'm not 100% sure yet. With The Knights of Twilight, a Star Wars Edge of the Empire campaign. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.